This is the Unscripted Kayfabe. The Unscripted Kayfabe. Tune in to Spotify. Tune in to Apple Podcasts. Tune in to iTunes, to Apple Music, even Heart Radio. The Unscripted Kayfabe is the product that we watch. To analyze the product, to watch the product, to discourage the product, to encourage the product. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, oh boy, we're getting into rants. Welcome to the Unscripted Kayfabe. No rumors, no dirt, oh bullshit. This is the Unscripted Kayfabe.
Welcome everybody to the Unscripted Kayfabe. What's up? Sorry, chat. Sorry for that at all. We apologize. Do we? Oh, what the fuck? Is something wrong, man? I'm sorry if something was wrong. I think we're ready to go. Yeah, tonight, not tonight, but you know, it's Monday, and I'm like, I don't watch the shows live. I just tell you that. We don't watch the show. I don't watch Raw live because I just want to check out the show for myself. We can tune in live, but if it's fucking boring, then I'll tell you it's goddamn boring. But this show was pretty good. We can really go over a lot of shit on this show tonight. We can go a lot of shit that we are going to discuss, chat. Pretty good show tonight for Monday Night Raw. Got my notes. Starting off. So, you hear your Then Now Forever intro and whatever, you hear that fucking intro. It wasn't like usually as you hear that intro all the time, right? It didn't feel like a usual beat of hearing that fucking intro every single time. It wasn't that. No. It wasn't like you're hearing the intro usually, whatever. It wasn't something like that. But honestly, to my fucking idea there, the intro looked different, and rightfully so. Like, we're not just gonna put it out there. It didn't look different. Is the fucking shit working? Y'all can hear me pretty well? Hopefully. So the intro for WWE has changed again, kind of. They kind of updated in a way. I prefer the Marvel fucking whatever they were doing. At least they agreed that they don't fucking make Marvel movies because they don't. But I will say, tonight's Raw is coming up, but last week's Monday Night Raw, this past week, it was a pretty good show. I'll just give you that. SmackDown, I went out there and I fucking buried that show. I fucking shat on that show more than come. We covered it, we broke it down, doesn't matter what the fuck we did. It was not a show that was worth my time because, as you can see, go back and watch me on Twitch talking about that show or just watching that show. I'm fucking dead, basically. You can see me literally drop. Well, I'm not setting up and I'm like, oh boy, look at this. I'm just fucking like putting my head down. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? That show, even now it's going back to 2 hours, which is again a notion that's come up with WrestleMania and whatever they want to do with USA. So now WrestleMania is over. It's going back to 2 hours. Like it happened a year ago too. So a 2-hour show is always better than a 3-hour show, but chat, we are not covering Friday Night SmackDown at all. You'll hear my opinions on what happens on the show, but as a review, because I just don't want to talk about it. It's like I can shit on the show as much as I want, but the show is fucking boring. There's nothing even bad. It's just it's boring. Boring makes it bad. It's not like there's nothing awful, like so garbage on the show that I gotta fucking talk about it. Like fucking rant on this shit. They fucked up something. It's not Pat McAfee and Cody Rhodes shit. It's not. There's nothing like, it's just fucking dull and boring. The show is fucking boring. It's unbearable. It's unbearable to cover. It's unbearable to watch. I haven't watched Friday Night SmackDown, and I'm thinking not to, really. I think that show wasn't worth my time to even tune into. I might check out JC and Charlotte's match, but other than that, dude, I gave 2 fucks about that show. Again, as I said, it's fucking boring. The show is legit lifeless, and it's boring. It's like, you're telling me, I'm a big Danhausen fan, but the over-embellishing of Danhausen in that show is fucking even making it worse. I would wish they give Danhausen, and they could really make money off of this, their animated show. You know, they've given you story time, they've given you those shows. Imagine a Danhausen comic book. He looks like a comic book character, right? Right? So, why not use him that way? Like, it's fun to see him here and there, but it's like, I don't fucking want to see this. I want to see some serious shit on it. I don't want to see comedy. I don't want to see comedy throughout the fucking show. I want to see real, interesting, like, serious storylines going on. Fucking comedy. I love Danhausen, but it doesn't change the fact that it's the over-embellishing is fucking ridiculous. And yes, there's no fucking Fanhausen here. You can say I'm a Fanhausen, right? But I don't give a fuck. Even being a Fanhausen, I love Danhausen from Ring of Honor when he was doing the shtick there, and then where he got pop up on Conan O'Brien and whatever, and overall. But then we talk about Danhausen all the time. It's like, I love Danhausen, I really do, but I am not gonna like fucking love the guy for what we get. I hope you fucking understand that shit. Like, I'm not just gonna just start loving the guy for what we get. No. There's the line we draw, and the line we draw is right there for SmackDown. And what else was on SmackDown? I've already covered this, but it's like, that fucking show sucks. It sucks. It's bottom barrel trash. Now, would I be interested in covering Collision? I don't know. We'll think about it. You know, I don't know if I want to go live for the Dynamite coming up 3-hour. I am not going live for that, chat. I am not going live for that. There's no live reaction to that. Just on Twitch in general, we are not going live for that show. If we are, it's like, I will see it and I'll start playing 2K. I'll put it in the background that you can fucking hear it from, like, I'll put it in the background, what you're hearing, but overall, I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna hear it too, but I'm not gonna and I'm gonna play 2K for fun. We're just gonna have, because, like, I am not interested in seeing that show at all. Great Pro Wrestling match is fucking boring, honestly. Because Great Pro Wrestling is honestly a way to excuse your television on Dynamite and your weekly product. I've said it before, this is not a restricted base. We talk about it might be a Monday Night Raw show here to discuss, but overall, we can talk about everything here. Listeners to our Unscripted Kayfabe, episode 33. If you're new here, welcome. Hashtag UK33. Let's get into the show, man. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. Favorite sport? So, we kicked out Raw with a Bloodline vignette. I'm going to go over what Roman said, really. We're going to go over the show right there. Let me pull it up. I pulled it up already. We're going to go over the show. I pulled it up. Wait for it. It's fucked up. That creative has nothing for Carmelo Hayes, and I mean they might be on the cut too, I feel like. Okay, wait a minute, chat. I pulled it up right here. Pulled it up here, chat. Okay, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off here, chat. I'm gonna read it to you verbatim. I want to read what it's transcribed to. What it's transcribed to be. That's what we're gonna read here. And because I don't remember the entire promo, so we can pinpoint the things I liked on the promo or not, we're gonna talk about all of that. Good to hear you. I have subscribed here. I'll read it to you verbatim when it comes to it. Probably. I'll read it to you like that. So we had a vignette, a family vignette, a bloodline vignette. Roman, Jay and Jimmy, the OG bloodline were there. It goes off like this. So Roman says, "I appreciate all coming, being everything. You exactly where I come from. You understand where I stand here." Jay says, "Yeet." Roman says, "I know in the past that I know that past is past, and where I'm going to leave, because where I'm going to leave it, because we're blood." So I find that interesting. You just will leave it because the past is past. He tried to say, "I'm not going to apologize to you," without telling them, "I'm not going to apologize to you." Alright. Good to know. That really pisses me off. I mean, I've already went over this, guys. You can check out a video I've done here on Wrestling Spades. Check it out. We have done a video here on this channel. We've talked about why Roman Reigns needs to apologize to the bloodline. And it's, I think, a year and a half old now or something, but what the fuck? It still stands to tell the tale. It's like, we're back out of the bloodline. Jimmy and Jay are back with Roman all of a sudden, and they just fucking forget what they went through. I mean, there's nothing rant and rave about this, but you forget that what Roman put you through, Jay. You forget that basically try to exile you from your own fucking family, because you would not acknowledge him, and he tried to kill his brother so you could quit, choke the life out of him. Oh, we're just forgetting that. It's all getting reconned, I feel like. No, it's not. And what happened at the end of the show will prove me why it's not getting reconned. And it's not gonna get reconned. But it felt like hearing this promo from Roman, again, verbatim, which I'm gonna read again. I know the past is past, that's where I'm going to leave it. Because we're blood, and you're the only ones I can trust, and I need your thoughts. I don't understand where Jacob's coming from. I said, so, like, you're the only people I can trust. Okay, because nobody else he can trust. I get it. We're gonna go over that later. Why he should not be in the mood to trust Jimmy and Jay. Because there's something that could happen there. You just don't understand where Jacob's coming from. I'm like, you gotta be the most fucking stupid ass idiot out there. You don't understand where Jacob's coming from. He told you without telling you that he is gonna be taking your spot at being the tribal chief. He told you without telling you. Why don't you understand where he's coming from? He didn't fucking lie, did he? He told you without telling you, I'm gonna be the tribal chief. I want what comes with it. I want everything that you have. I want everything that you own. It's gonna be all mine. I want everything. I want that world title. I don't need it. I need everything that you got. Basically, the Ula Fala, and that means right there, hey, I want to be the tribal chief. Is that not fucking obvious to a lot of people? Jacob wants to be the tribal chief. He does not acknowledge Roman. So again, also this fucking hypocritical thing from Roman, I went over this already. Let's leave the past where the past is. Yeah, we're just supposed to leave the past where the past is without you fucking manning up and apologizing. All you got to do, they can just start fucking, and it's not even on Roman, it's the dialogue, man. You just need to, right, it just shows that Roman is a fucking narcissist. He's a piece of shit. He is the same person, and he's not changed. He is not a good guy. The crowd wants to make you believe that he's changed, the OTC, he loves everybody. No. He doesn't fucking love the crowd. The crowd bitches to him all the time, dude. It's like, he hasn't changed. He's not a good guy. He's Roman Reigns, he's the same guy. He hasn't fucking changed. It doesn't matter to him what Jay went through. It doesn't matter that if Roman had changed, and I put this verbatim right here, the lines that Roman would say, Jesus, I know it doesn't mean up for it. It doesn't make up for what I did put you through. But I'm sorry, man. And I know it's not going to be enough. I can never make up for what I did. I can never make up for what I put you through. I can never make up for the torture I put you through. The mental agony, the torture, I nearly exiled you from this family because you wouldn't acknowledge me. And I know if you don't want to be with me, if you're not okay, if you're not comfortable, I understand you. I get you. I get you from a whole point of view that you don't want to be with me. Because I did some things that I'm not proud of. And I'm trying to change for the better. That's it. That's what. If Roman was a good guy, he would. If he was generally, but he's not. He's not. He's the same Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hasn't changed. He hasn't changed one bit. The crowd just. He is on he's a cool he's a cool he's just fucking Roman Reigns. He's not a heel, he's not a babyface. In the eyes of the crowd, he's a babyface, but the fans love him. But he is a fucking vindictive son of a bitch. He doesn't give a fuck who you are. He's gonna smash you and make sure you acknowledge him. He's gonna want you to bitch. He's gonna want you to become a bitch to him, basically. So, saying without saying, it's really fucking obvious what we're heading here at, honestly. So saying that, I know the past is past, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Yeah, the past is past. You're not gonna own up to it because you are not changed, Roman. You're not a better person. You're the same fucking piece of shit who's now again trying to gaslight the Usos. But this time the Usos are not gonna fucking fall in line or just gonna bitch to you and be your fucking cucks, be your servants. They're not gonna master their servant. They're not gonna master. The servants are not gonna master their boss. They're not. They're not gonna even let you get that. It's like, okay, dude, but you are not. You aren't at all. You aren't at all. Sorry, Chad, my hair was so annoying. You know, it's kind of weird to have long hair sometimes. You aren't at all that person, or you aren't gonna make us think to believe that you are not that guy. That's what the Usos want you, or that's what the Usos. I mean, they're not just gonna let Roman fucking let the past where the past is. He's not a changed guy. He's the same piece of shit. Now, he didn't have the world championship. Now he does. And over time, he's going to show that it's the same piece of shit. And this time, the Usos are not going to let that happen. Not going to allow it to happen. He's the same piece of shit. He's the same dominating fucking egotistical fuck who will make you acknowledge him because he believes he's the number one. Nobody's better than him. That's his character. His character is to this day. Nobody's better than Roman Reigns. So you hopefully understand that. Why? I think that's why people put out there. He doesn't apologize because he's not gonna apologize. Because what he thinks he did right, even though he didn't do anything right, honestly, but he thinks he did right, so he's never gonna apologize. Because he's not a changed man. He's the same, and Cody Rhodes sees this. Cody Rhodes didn't fucking shake his hand. He said, "Fuck you, motherfucker." He fucking slapped his hand. Here to put his hand out, he fucking slapped it. He's like, "Fuck you. I ain't shaking your hand." So, you want me to believe that Roman is the same guy? No. Roman is changed, and he's still not the same guy. He's the same guy that he was since he turned to be the tribal chief. He has not changed one bit. He's corrupted by power, and that's what he is. I hope you Usos are enough smart to fucking see that through. Because he's not a changed guy, chat. He is absolutely not a changed guy. He is the same fucking piece of shit that he was. The piece of shit who made Jay's life hell. The piece of shit who exiled him nearly from the family. The piece of shit who clearly fucking wanted to kill Jimmy and choke his ass out for good and put him off action forever. And Jay had to quit. He made Jay beg while choking his own blood, his own brother, older brother out, try to choke him out to make him beg to acknowledge him, like to quit. He was that fucking vindictive. He used Jay's brother. So, if he was a changed person, he would apologize, or he would say something like, hey, Us, again, I'm sorry. It's not going to make up for what I put you through. And I understand if you don't want to be in this place. I understand if you don't want to be with me moving forward. I understand that. I get you, Us. I get you, and I understand why you don't want to be here, or you don't want to be with me. Yeet, Us, it's pretty fine with me. But again, the point exactly I made. Roman is not the guy. Roman is not the guy who's going to apologize. Because he isn't changed. He is not any fucking different. I hope the fucking idiots who don't understand this. The only reason that you can call him a babyface is because he's getting cheered by the crowd. He's getting aura, he's getting fucking infinite aura reactions from the crowd. That's the fucking reason why he is a babyface. In his heart, in his soul, he ain't no fucking babyface. You've known this? That's why it was so fucking fake. You could tell that this guy's not a babyface. He's Roman Reigns. He will make you fucking beg. He will make you beg to just acknowledge him. He will make you beg on his fucking feet to acknowledge him. It's still there. It's kind of hidden, but it's still there. It's fucking. I'm just gonna leave the past where the past is. Okay, you're not gonna be the bigger person and apologize. Tells me why you haven't changed at all. You know, imagine telling your family, I'm just gonna leave the past where the past is. That's the way to bury everything. Hey man, I'm sorry, but you know what? I had to do. It's like, okay. Bro, if a person would be treated, I'm telling you, excuse me, if we make this into a actual fucking narrative out there, right here, chat, if you're being treated by Roman like this, you are never, and I mean it for fucking all I can say here, chat, you are never going to, and I mean it, never going to get any love from the person back. If you're like, if a person like just think about it in real circumstances. If a family member treats you how Roman treated the Usos, bro, I'm just gonna fucking cut you out. You're dead. You're gonna be dead to me forever. Like if a family member treats you how Roman treated his cousins. Or his fucking nephews, and technically in terms, if you want to talk about it. His family, the Usos, he treated them that, Jay and Jimmy, those brothers. Or if I was Jay and Jimmy, I would be stay far away from this fucker, and I would not even get close to him. I would never fall in line. I would never fall in line to acknowledge him or help him. I'd rather be banished from the fucking family to ever even think of doing that. To ever think of becoming a little fucking cuck and bitch to him. Cucking to Roman. I will never let that happen. If you are a logical human being, you all can say, fuck it, oh, we love Roman. Roman Reigns is great. Oh, God, aura. Infinite aura. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up. Seriously. Think about it in a real life scenario. Think about it from a stake. Think about it even in a television aspect of your entertainment. Think about it that a character, it's stupid for a character to first being emotionally tormented, kicked out of the family, or being fucking threatened and being like show him that he's going to be exiled from the family. If a person, listen, chat, if you would be treated like this, if a character would be treated like this in television, the character would come back to the family because it's family. I would call that fucking awful. That show would be buried. I would bury that fucking show down to the ground. Are you kidding me? Are you legit fucking kidding me? Like, are we like, see, like, just even he, like, there's no apology, nothing, and he's just gonna come back and start helping him? It's gonna be family because blood is thicker than water. There's no fucking excuse of that. Blood is thicker than water. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Be real here. Your family member treats you like how Roman treated the Usos. I bet all you are gonna fucking forget about it. You're gonna fucking leave. Ain't no way in your mental esteem that you would ever. You would be a fucking absolute moron and just a fucking idiot to even do that. That's what you would be. You would be a fucking idiot to even let a guy go back to the family who treated you like shit. Go back to the guy who took his shots or whatever. Leader of the family. The tribal chief, the chief of the family. You could be a fucking clueless idiot. We're talking about, if you're not saying, oh, this is a television show. I could just explain you in television rights too, chat. It wouldn't make any fucking sense if we had a family going after. If the character eventually split away from the family and became what that character became, it would not even make sense in television story that character has no remorse. That character who put the Usos or whatever, the character that put these characters through torture and pain, the other brother put him through torture and pain and hell. It's just gonna be okay. Like, this character should hit fucking rock bottom and eventually like get into a position where he's like doing shit, and like, you gotta be, you know, for me to really ever have any sympathy for a family member like that, you gotta be at the rock bottom. You gotta be a fucking loser now. You gotta become a fucking nobody for me to have any sympathy for you ever. And it's then even shares to me that how much fucking sympathy I would have for you then. That's how it should be. That's how it's more, even television writing and in TV writing and fucking, you know, it's a TV show weekly, so episodic. That's how it's done. Like, it would make no fucking sense. We're talking about TV show perspective. Imagine that it's in a fucking regular TV show. Bro, I can't wait for fucking, not even watching this show again. You ruined the entire show for me if you have that person go back to him and him being in the same level that he was before and basically saying blood is thicker than water, and that's it. That's the narrative. I don't give a fuck. You are dead to me. You treat me like that, bro. You're fucking dead to me. You don't exist. And, I mean, some people basically fucking kill those people for doing that. If you're talking about even real life circumstances in episodic television, for like, imagine the amount of mental torture. You're gonna fucking pull up the gun and pick up the fucking Glock and shoot. You know, Arn Anderson, you can get the Arn Anderson Glock for that. Just imagine that. There's no fucking excuse about blood being thicker than water. There's not. And there can't be. You can't make me believe that. You can't make me put out there that blood is thicker than water. You can't make me think that. Come on. Because if you think that that's the way it should be, I mean, I think you should not even be close to ever watching a show. I think you watch garbage straight up and you don't know fucking how to write television. I have written some television script a little bit, so I know. I write in television. I know where to tie in, where to, follow up. follow up to what we're not just gonna fucking forget it. We're gonna follow up. Number one thing, I have absolutely no right to. I'm actually doing that right now. I'm writing it to a TV show, so more than ever, I know what the fuck I do with that, and I know there's a follow up to what happened. I'm not just gonna fucking forget about it. And in no circumstances, you have to be the most fucking clueless, stupid, literally the most stupidest character in the fucking world to ever go back with that character again. I hope you fucking understand this, people. You're the most stupidest, dumbest fuck out there to do that. You have to be. There is no excuses. There are no excuses whatsoever for you not to be that. There are no excuses. There are no excuses at all. You can think about, hey, maybe there are excuses, maybe there are not excuses, but there are no excuses. There are none. There is no way you want me to believe all that and then some. There's no way you want me to believe that it's just okay for a family member to treat their family like complete, utter dog shit. A character to be treated like, and that character doesn't fight back. Bro, if it's a television show, that character would be pulling up the fucking Glock on this guy and killing him. Eventually, with a long-term payoff and a lot of shit together, eventually putting together, the one thing he does, he fucking kills him. That's what he does. You're not gonna make me believe that that's not gonna happen. Now, I get it, this is more like, or like Roman cannot just fucking get killed or whatever, you know, it's like, I understand that. But if you're talking about it from a television perspective, an episodic television, for a television character, I think that character would be the dumbest fuck on the planet. He would be the worst character I've ever seen on a fucking television show. Who would legit undo everything and fucking just forget about it because blood is thicker than water. Fuck off with this notion. Like, either you people don't know how to write fucking television straight up, or you don't know how television's done, and you just love pro wrestling, and you just like aura moments, and you're just fucking, I'm gonna put him out there here, Man of Steel Snyder, who likes to fucking have the top guy of them was a Superman be the fucking like aura farming or whatever the fuck. Like, that movie is just lifeless to me. I mean, I have never felt watching a DC movie just feel fucking soulless and lifeless. Soulless of what Superman is meant to be. Are you fucking kidding me? Because, and all do people love that movie, it's a fucking aura farm shit, and that's what I can see Roman to be. People are just gonna love Roman because it's a fucking aura farm. Bro, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. All it is fucking aura farm. I don't fucking care about his aura farming. I don't. I want to see legit fucking backlash to what he put through. The Jay and Jimmy through. Especially when he put Jay through. Jay should never be okay to team up with Roman. Jay should never be okay to team up with Roman in a way and fall in line with him. And basically becoming the same thing that they were for 4 years. From 2020 to 2024. Jay should not be even in the idea of doing something like that. What he did with Roman from 2020 to 2024. He shouldn't. There's no way you want me to believe that Jay should be even in that position of doing that. There's no way. How can you make me fucking believe that, honestly? You can't. It's ridiculous. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense at all for Jay to fall in line with Roman. He hasn't still apologized and just be the same, and just do what Roman told him to do before. How does that make any sense? You basically bury all the Civil War. You fucking recon everything. You want me to fucking just say, hey, I'm watching this with a dumb fucking mind, and I'm just liking these guys' fucking aura farm because there's the bloodline. That doesn't define shit. I'll put the bloodline as our fucking TV show, The Flash, out there, basically. Started off fucking incredible, and then fucking jerk off show for just the fucking goons out there, I guess. That's a show that I definitely want to explain to you about compared to how the Bloodline show, right, has fucking gone through the Bloodline show. The storyline. The Bloodline show, how it started off fucking incredible, and then it became some legit diarrhea shit on Friday nights. That's what I call The Flash too. I mean, let's not be going there with with that fucking show. We don't need to go there. For those who, if you know, you know. But I'm just gonna explain to you again, chat. I'm not gonna accept Roman. If I am Jay, I will not accept Roman. And if you have a fucking mind and you know how to write television, and if you understand from this perspective, there is no just, man, oh man, blood is thicker than water, man. Blood is thicker than water. No. No. That's you telling me that you have fucking just undone everything and you wasted my fucking time on and my emotion and my investment to care about this fucking storyline. No. Blood is not thicker than water here. You know what's thicker than water? A fucking gun. And if I was Jay, and this was a television show and not pro wrestling, I'm telling you, eventually Roman Reigns would be fucking shot. Like, there would be enough torture that you would let me to become a fucking psycho and basically kill that motherfucker. That's it. So, understand it from that aspect right there. Blood is not thicker than water. Either you're just a cuck to your own family and you don't care about, because family's family. Bro, let's be real, honestly. You have an abusive parent, you have an abusive this, you have an abusive stepbrother, stepdad, doesn't fucking matter. A person who treats you like shit, you don't fucking repay that in any, you get no fucking favors. You leave that family once and for all. You don't give a fuck. You move your family away from that family. You move your own wife and kids away from that family. Blood is thicker than water, my ass. Be realistic for once of all. Like, you want me to believe that we are just subdued to now put it together that blood is thicker than water. Right. No. No, I'm not gonna believe that. No. It's just that's how it is, I guess, but I'm not gonna believe that. You need to understand that there are consequences for what you did. Roman, there are consequences from what you put M7J me through. So I'm not just gonna fucking forget what an abusive fucking cousin you were. You were a dominating personality in the family. You tried to kick me out of the family. Tried to exile my name, exile me from the family because I did not agree to your decisions and I did not agree to acknowledging you for who you are. I didn't agree to acknowledging you that you're the best. No. You don't deserve any bit of my fucking gratitude or help. So, if anybody's watching this shit live, I'm gonna make it again fucking very apparent to y'all. When you put this notion out there, but blood is thicker than water, you are a fucking clueless fuck who does not know how to write television, really, and should not be even saying one fucking word about anything that you don't like. Right? Like, please, shut the fuck up. We're gonna be going over some other things that where people find fucking things stupid and how just rage bait excitement, man, it gets fucking clicks on them so they can fucking earn their checks off Elon's X. Twitter. You can just earn money off that shit basically because you want to earn money off it. You know, good for you, man. Your opinions, your fucking, we're gonna go over that definitely right after this segment, but again, as I said, chat, I'll put it again really to as much I can. It's like blood is not thicker than water. What Roman put Jey Uso through, there's no way that Jey is just gonna say, man, blood is thicker than water, and fucking forget about everything that happened. No. I'm not gonna allow that to be even, I'm not gonna allow that to fucking work because I'm gonna be very much against it, and I will not be okay with it because Roman Reigns is aura farming fucking cool. No. No. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't fucking work like that at all. In no circumstances it works like that. In no circumstances of any life it will work like that for me to just, bro, there's like, do we actually like, are you people that fucking stupid? Because I know there are people out there who are just like, oh no, they need to fall in line with Roman's family, blood is thicker than water. I want you to be in Jay's shoes. What would you do? I'm gonna put you in Jay's shoes, man. And I'm gonna put you in that circumstance. And I'm gonna put you, just put myself in it. And I said, in terms of a television aspect, eventually that mental torture is gonna break me to killing you. And you could go off a spin-off of me being a fucking, like, you could go, and then you could write a show about me, basically. You can write a show about this character, how he became this, his origin story. You basically write another fucking show about why this character became a villain. And he's misunderstood, maybe. He does things. He's a misunderstood villain. I like villains who are, like, misunderstood. Who aren't just, you know, I'm a bad guy because har har har, I'm a bad guy. I want money, I want everything, I'm a bad guy. I want to destroy this planet, I'm a bad guy. What is your logic? What's your reason for doing that? Is there any fucking reason? So no. That would be, if you write it in television aspect, you can write you write an origin story for a spin-off right there, basically. You tell a character you basically put this out there, a character, this top fucking guy of the show, the number one guy on the show, he eventually gets, like, you can write an origin story from the guy who he basically fucking treats like shit. and he puts him through hell, and eventually that guy just becomes a psycho and just fucking loses his mind. He becomes a fucking killer. He becomes he becomes like fucking Joker, basically. He loses his fucking mind. He becomes a nutcase. He becomes a psychopath. A killing psychopath. You can write a villain, you can make a villain out of the story become a fucking killing psychopath. If we're talking about in television or even in movies, for example, you're talking about that. He becomes a fucking psychopath. I'm just, well, you know why I'm even mentioning television and fucking movies here? Because WWE puts out the fact that they fucking make DC and Marvel movies. So, if you want to say, hey, why are you bringing movies and television into this? First of all, Monday Night Raw is a televised episodic show. It's a TV show, like AEW Dynamite is. Well, we don't need to go there, chat. We don't need to go there at all. We don't need to go and talk about Dynamite yet. Not in any big circumstances. You will get my review off the show. I will not be, or I will be going live maybe, but we're not going to be like watching the show, or I'm going to be watching the show, but like vaguely, fucking vaguely, basically. I'm not going to give you my complete love that, hey, I'm watching the show, holy shit, no. I am not going to be watching the show through and through. I'm going to check out segments. You're gonna be hearing me, and I'm just gonna be playing 2K, and you're gonna be playing my own general manager mode. I'm not fucking watching this shit. I'm not. I am not watching. Doing a Dynamite watch along, chat. I'm not. And we're doing 3 hours? Oh fuck no, I'm not watching that. You're not gonna make me. We're hearing segments and we're watching some matches, which are good, but overall, I am not watching the fucking show. I'm not. AEW Dynamite as a television weekly show has its own fucking problems, and we will go over that on AEW Dynamite Unscripted Kayfabe sooner than later. So, don't get your panties into a bunch, please. And if you don't wanna, if you can't fucking, take some negativity and accept what I have to say about that, I mean, I'll say just fuck off, honestly. I don't give a shit. It's my fucking platform. You ain't no fucking buddy to tell me what the fuck I think. There's no fucking rage bait here at all. There's none. There's none. There's no fucking rage bait here. I made all those points, and I know in your fucking heart you believe it too. If you watch television, if you watch TV shows, and if you watch movies, you fucking understand that. The reason I brought movies and television shows into this fucking conversation, because that motherfucker who runs the fucking show, Levesque, he put it out there that we're making Marvel and DC movies. So I want to put that to a test right there. So how the fuck you're making Marvel and DC movies and fucking TV shows out there? How you're making some great fucking Breaking Bad and The Sopranos? Shut the fuck up, you're not. But I'm just putting out there. They say they tout the fact, they were on tout before. They tout all the fact that they do that, but they don't actually do that. They're making probably dollar store Marvel movies, honestly. Like, there's a lot of shit I can tell you that even in the DCEU, the DC Entertainment Universe that we had, that fucking flopped big time. Wasn't that big of a success. And the movies were fucking awful, honestly. The Batman and Superman one, stupid. Superman itself, lifeless, just fucking lifeless. Felt like, what the fuck am I watching, honestly? This is not Superman. What the fuck is this guy? Man of Steel. LOL. Again, as I mentioned here, chat, it doesn't change the fact, and it will never change the fact that pro wrestling, as it's whatever you want to say, in whatever ways and circumstances and whatever the fuck you want to tout at, pro wrestling, chat, and verbatim, I'm going to say this straight up. Pro wrestling we're gonna go over Dynamite. You're gonna get my fucking thoughts on Dynamite first of all. But again, pro wrestling. Pro wrestling is great with story, and its story is king in pro wrestling. That's what I'm trying to make my fucking point here, chat. Story is fucking king in professional wrestling. That's all. Yeah. Story is king, and when you have fucking story, like you telling me of pro wrestling, you got story, and you got this, and you got that, and you got story, as I mentioned again, chat. I'm gonna fucking maybe be more inclined to care about the show and give my thoughts about it more. I understand, but in a fucking narrative and story perspective, the guy who was treated like shit in the family without the other guy not falling back and basically dwelling down into being a nobody, a fucking loser, a fucking hopeless loser, a fucking jerk-off loser who is homeless to regard of it, who fucking lost everything, and he doesn't even become that, and overall he doesn't regress. He doesn't fucking suffer. He doesn't go down. He doesn't like go down the order. He doesn't fucking perish. Eventually, he doesn't fucking become a loser. There ain't no sympathy. First of all. Second of all, there's no sympathy. First of all, there's no sympathy there. Second of all, there is absolutely no remorse because you didn't even have the balls to fucking have the courage to say, I'm sorry. Say, hit me. Hit me. Like, basically put yourself up. Like, eventually something like that. But, like, so in a storyline, Jay would become if this was a television show, Jay would become mental and basically become a psychopath. A psychotic villain. And you have an origin story that you can write off that, basically. But this is not a television show. This is not a regular television show. This is pro wrestling in there. So with pro wrestling live there, you need to tell me that you cannot just have Jey Uso. You can maybe turn Jey Uso heel. You can, and you could. You definitely could turn him heel and make him into a psychotic villain after the mental torture that he went through with Roman. And you can have him basically end Roman once and for all. In terms of, we will never see Roman again. Roman God. He's done. You will never going to see Roman Reigns again. I killed the chief. I killed Roman. That's what Jay should become in those circumstances. If Roman is not going to apologize, he's going to go back to the same thing. This is how it would work in a television show. In a logical television show, it's what I'm trying to say. in a logical television show, that's how it would work. Where there's legit logic there. Name point Sopranos, if you do know, you know, right? So I don't necessarily say much about television shows here, but in a logical television show, it would be what I said basically it would be. It won't be blood is thicker than water. Just put it out there, man. It won't be blood is thicker than water. And if it would be that, that show is a fucking flop. It started off incredible, and it became the shit. And it's gonna be, and I'm not gonna pay attention to that show. If this happens in a TV show, I am not paying attention to that fucking TV show. I'm not. I am in no circumstances gonna pay attention to a television show like that. I'm not. So, moving forward from this topic, I just want to get this off my chest here, more through. Like, if you accept my opinion on this, that's up to you. You want to or not. I don't give a shit, really. I don't really give a shit. I don't. But they want to say the tout that they make DC and Marvel movies, man. If you make those DC and Marvel movies, you are making a fucking awful movie. This Bloodline movie is fucking trash. If you're making a Marvel DC movie, this movie fucking sucks. This is the worst Marvel movie. It's the worst fucking DC movie I've ever seen. So never tout the fact, Levesque, Hunter, Triple H, never tout the fucking fact that you make Marvel and DC movies. How about that? Don't tout the fact that, man. Don't fucking tout that fact. Because I'll be out here again to fucking bury you for even putting that out as a statement. I already did. I think I said they make fucking jerk-off Snyder movies. Jerk-off Snyder movies, yeah. Not jerk-off Snyder. I mean, like, jerk-off Snyder in terms of, like, jerk-off. Not like... No, I said they make worse than jerk-off Snyder movies. They're fucking even worse than jerk-off Snyder movies. You're not even a jerk-off Snyder movie. Fucking get out of here. Because they're not. They're seriously not. We don't even go with the whole Bloodline. There's going to be a video coming up on that, and I'm going to tell you there's going to be a video. The team is going to put together a video chat on this channel, and there's going to be a video why the Bloodline failed. Why the Bloodline should have ended or something. There's going to be something like that. I don't know what the title you should tell me, but a story had a conclusion to it, and there is going to be a story where I would write how it should have ended and why it should have ended. But we could start another storyline. We got the Judgment Day. We can work with that storyline. You know, it's like whatever, Chad. I don't know what the fuck. That's what they think. That's what TKO thinks. That's the fucking creative things in WWE. The people who do not like something, they don't know what the fuck they're saying because they're fans and they don't have they don't know what the fuck they're saying. So I don't give a fuck. This is my platform, and I believe what I'm saying to be 100% true because that's how I feel towards something like this. We went over this for a while, Chad. So, am I still not over this, honestly? Am I still, Chad, not over the fact that I'm still not over the fact that I think I'm not still over with this. I'm not. I got more to get on my chest here about this segment. Not in the ways you want me to accept, but in the ways that I think I'm not over with it. I'm not over with it in terms of I'm not done talking about what ways you want me to believe that. And first of all, I'm going to put it out there again. And if you're listening again, I'm going to make it a fucking point there. If you are, and I might just do a recording here, and we're just going to talk about why Roman Reigns needs to apologize. Let's get at it, chat. Come on. If you are Jey Uso, just think about this in these circumstances. If you are Jey Uso, man, if you are Uso, you want me to believe. If you are Jey, if you are Jey Uso, you want me to believe that blood is thicker than water. I want you to, people who have to say this circumstances that Roman is just Roman and whatever. It's like, he doesn't need to apologize. Yes, that's the title of this video, if you're here. That's the title of this video, right? Good to know. Roman does need to apologize. And I'll tell you why. Put yourself in the shoes of Jey Uso. Put yourself in the shoes of what Jey went through. Put yourself in the shoes of, would you be okay to just come alongside with your family and, you know, be the best friends and being family all of a sudden? If your family treated you like this, do you guys forget? Are we seriously that dense now? Are the fans that fucking stupid now? That we're just seriously fucking forgetting that what Roman put Uso through? Are we forgetting that? Or are we that dense as human beings? Are we that fucking stupid as characters in chat? No, not mind you. I think we probably are. I'm not in any circumstances because, bitch, I ain't fucking forgetting the fact that Roman or anybody like that would put what they put you through, and basically you're gonna make me forget about it. You're gonna make me say, hey, man, that didn't happen. Alright, forget about it. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. When you put somebody through literal hell, you make their life hell just because you want to be the best, because you think you're the best, and they don't believe you're the best, or they don't say they want to acknowledge you. You basically make their life hell. I mean, put yourself in these circumstances. If you were alongside with Roman, and if you were Uso, Jey Uso, man, I would say you would have become a fucking, you would have killed Roman by now. Might be a little too harsh to say that, right? I don't give a shit. I honestly don't give a shit. You were a character. If you were a television character, you were a fucking movie character. Doesn't fucking, you were fucking. This was real life, bro. At this point, like you would have killed Roman. Now it's pro wrestling. That can't happen. I mean, we're talking. I'm just telling you, you would have killed Roman. You would have killed Roman. You would have killed Roman. Yeah, you would. There's no fucking way you want me to believe you can't. You wouldn't have. And why I'm putting the television and movie perspective here again is that they tout that they're writing Marvel and DC movies. So that's what they want to say. Yeah, that's what they want to say. I'm just gonna say they're not writing fucking Snyderverse, so that they're said enough right there. There is absolutely no way you want me to believe, chat, that Roman is gonna be just like I'm just like supposed to believe that Roman is gonna be forgiven like that. No. He didn't apologize, and why should he even be in line of even getting that? Jay should not even be in line of being in any circumstances helpful to Roman here. No. There is no line to join Roman in his crusade. No. We did that, we've done that. And I feel like if we're going back to that, my God, I will be giving you an explosive fucking rant, but at one point, chat, I will be not even covering this shit and talking about that. It'll be beneath me if we get there. So hopefully we don't, right? Hopefully we don't get there. I hope so. We are not going there at all. In any circumstances, we should not be going there. You want me to believe that we should be going there? I mean, you're a fucking idiot. You're clueless. Like I said, put yourself in Jey Uso's shoes. Tell me what you would do. There are people out there, if their family members treated them how Roman treated Jey Uso, man, there would be a fucking gun and that would blast Roman Reigns' skull through, basically. And if it wasn't for that, it would be legit you fucking saying fuck you. You would leave to him forever, and you would go away and never talk to this person until he is fucking dead and buried in the ground. It doesn't matter if he's your family member. You would distance yourself from him. You would never want to even share the same room with him, let alone share the same building with him. So put yourself in the circumstances of Jey Uso, and then tell me, what would you do? Because honestly, it doesn't make sense to me. If you honestly believe that it's making sense, I mean, you're stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me for them to even do this. I'm just gonna put it out there. It makes no sense for them to do this. It doesn't. I'm not gonna buy into that. I'm not gonna accept that they should even think of doing this. There's no excuses here. There's none. You can't go back to the same thing again. You can't go back to running and rehashing the same thing again without forgetting what Roman put Jey through and Jimmy through. And for the life of me, you please need to fucking understand that Roman is the same guy that he was back in 2020. He is no changed man at all. He's the same guy. Like, I had to tout that shit out because I had to. And I didn't want to, but I had to. Because they give the comparison that I made DC and Marvel movies, man. I want to put the fact out there, you don't make even a Snyderverse movie. Not even a fucking jerk-off-ass Snyder movie. So you better shut the fuck up, Paul. Levesque, shut the fuck up. Stop touting the fact that you're making Marvel movies. You're making DC movies. You should be ashamed of even mentioning yourself in that fucking level. You are not even your leagues behind it in any circumstances. So, let that be the topic for me to say. Let that be what you want me to say. I have nothing more to say about this. I have nothing more to say. I have nothing more to say about this. I mentioned again, there is absolutely no way you want me to believe that a family member is just going to be okay going along with that family member who put them through hell. Hell and utter, literal torture. You gotta be a fucking clueless, dumb fuck, moron character I have ever seen. That's why, to me, it doesn't make sense why the Usos and Jay is aligned with Roman again. Because blood is thicker than water. They can fucking fuck off with this notion, and hopefully they do better. Because as a fan, that's what I want to see. I want them to do better. If we're going back to the same bloodline shit, I've no more words to say other than chat. That was a video we did right now overall. So let's go along more with the segment, cover the show. We're going to be editing it definitely in some circumstances where if it's not as authentic and believable, I don't know. But I think we already talked about it. This video will be up. So look out for it, support this video as much as you can. I would be very appreciative of your support there. Let's move along with this now. So, I know the past is past, that's where I'm going to leave it. Because we're blood, and you're the real ones, and I can trust, and I need your thoughts. I already went over this, really, the first part here. I don't understand where Jacob's coming from. We already went over this. I said on ESPN, the entire roster, our family included, everyone had 2 years to take advantage of me taking a back seat and what we do. He pushed it. He what the fuck? He procrastinated it. What the fuck did I just read? I didn't read that properly. Sorry, chat. And what did he do? So basically, telling everybody, I had 2 years that I told on ESPN. I know, and you know, on ESPN he said the company didn't do anything. Now he's saying nobody else. Bro, I'm not gonna put up the narrative. Okay, in Kayfabe, I understand what you're trying to say. And here we covered the Kayfabe mostly. Kayfabe is what is the plot of the show for the Unscripted Kayfabe. The Unscripted Kayfabe is the con of the Kayfabe from the Unscripted is the con that we talk about. That's in the intro that we have here. So I understand where he's coming from in terms of Kayfabe. I understand where he's coming from in terms of what he's saying about. I told on ESPN, but on ESPN he said that. Now, if you listen to what he said the company hasn't created any stars and whatever. That's really hypocritical for him to even say, fucking considering that. Like, you were in that position for that long. Yeah, sure, Roman. Sure, yeah. Yeah, nobody's ever made any fucking stars. Yeah, sure. I want to go over that. We don't cover that. We don't cover out the Kayfabe. But that's what he wants to believe. I fucking call bullshit on this statement again. That's what he said here. Bullshit, fucking hypocritical piece of shit. And what did he do? He pushed it. He procrastinated it. He procrastinated it. He pushed it, he procrastinated it, and then he climbed the mountain. I beat CM Punk. Sorry, no, wait, we're gonna go over this again. Sorry, I'm gonna read it verbatim. I'm gonna read it properly, transcript it as what it is. I don't understand where Jacob's coming from. I said it on ESPN, the entire roster, our family included, everyone had 2 years to take advantage of me taking a back seat. What he do? He pushed it, he pushed it. 2 years, I don't understand where he's coming from. I said on ESPN to the entire roster, our family included, everyone he had 2 years to take advantage of me taking a back seat. And what he do? He pushed it, he procrastinated, fuck out of here, what am I reading? He pushed it, he procrastinated it, take advantage of me taking a back seat, and what he do? He pushed it, he procrastinated it, and then I climbed the mountain, I beat CM Punk, now he's trying to take that from me, please help me understand this. I already made you chat understand this. He wants to be tribal chief. He made you understand this. It's like Roman is fucking acting like a fucking dumb fuck moron. He doesn't understand. Like, and basically, like, he doesn't absolutely understand what he meant. It's like he called Jacob a moron. We're gonna go over that at the end of the fucking show here tonight. But man, how stupid and, you know, just on a fucking moron you look like, not understanding where Jacob's coming from. I believe that you are the most intelligent IQ and you're the tribal chief and you know whatever, you know, is coming and, you know, shit he said, his fucking ego. Like, we're just supposed to all believe that now. Moving on. So Jimmy says, hey, Big Goose, I don't disagree with you, but I do agree with Jacob. He's a man. I mean, come on, he wants to upgrade his household. I get it, and I really do, but it shouldn't come at the cost of you. He's like, at my expense, and he's a different breed. I understand where almost going at my expense it has to come at. Like, so Jimmy was like the good angel on his shoulder, basically, and Jay was the bad angel. Jimmy was yeah, man, he's a different breed, whatever. Sorry, child. Jay's the fucking like rogue here. No, man, he's dangerous, Oos. He's dangerous. You're right, Oos. That SmackDown we watched him fucking take out the entire MFTs. Recently released. Jeff Cobb, Jason Mateo, goodbye, I guess, and Tonga Loa. We never got to see a legit tag team run from a proper tag team from Chad from the what would we call it? What would we say here, Chad? What would he say here? We didn't get a proper tag match or whatever. We didn't get a proper run. From the Gorillas of Destruction, or sorry, the Gorillas of Destiny, they're called, right? Gorillas of Destiny. GOD, we didn't get a fucking run from them, but the proper tag team run, so, other than the Bloodline, so, that's just sad for the MFTs, I guess. Moving on. He was dangerous, you're right, and then Jimmy actually agreeing with Jay, I like that. I really like this where Jimmy actually agreed with Jay, he's dangerous. We took out the entire Romans. He's unpredictable. Unhinged. We left him out there for a reason. If he beats you, he takes it all. Ula follow family name. He's the shot caller now. So he ain't got to be all that. What do you mean? This is it, It can't be all about respect here. There'll be consequences. You're the tribal chief. Consequences. We ain't going to go in charity. Thank you. I'm gonna chew on that. I'm gonna make it my own. And I'm gonna address this later tonight. I appreciate it all. It's all love, man, respect, family, trust, the first family. The first family. I found that really funny they said the first. I'm like, oh, really? The first family? Oh, come on. Are we seriously saying that? The first family, chat. The first family. Moving on from this. This was basically Jay and Jimmy. This was a great segment. It was a great segment where the characters were talking to each other. They're quite everybody knows them from head to toe. We know them all fleshed out. The characters are talking to each other. It's a great fucking vignette. Loved it. Great way to kick off the show. This was the first segment, the first true segment of the show. This was the segment how the show kicked off. Now the in-ring segment that we got, that was just fucking incredible. This was a great fucking segment. Roman being basically Roman. Roman is not changed at all. Roman isn't a good guy, as the fans want to believe that he is. Roman is no good guy. He's no good guy. He's not a nice man. He's not a changed man. He's the same piece of fucking dictator. I'm gonna not say shit. I almost said that. My bad. He's the same fucking dictator, demanding, utteral, fucking abuser. That's what he is. He's not. He's being a bit more calmer on that side because he wants to get what he wants. And when he gets what he wants, and eventually when the family starts to he's going to show his old ways again. Because through and through, we should know who Roman really is. He's not a changed man. He's not at all a changed human being. He's the same corrupted, fucking demanding, just fucking, I don't know what examples I'm going to give here. Dominating piece of shit. A fucking narcissist, a hypocrite. Roman Reigns' character is all that. That's what he is, Chad. That's what he honestly is. There are no more other ways for me to put it. So I love the segment. Segment was great. Roman being that what I told you what he really is. There's no more other words to describe. That's what he exactly is. There's no other words to describe that. That's what he exactly is. He is that thing, basically. Moving on, I guess, from this. And Jay and Jimmy. First, Jimmy for understanding. This was a great segment. This was a great segment. This is a great, not an incredible segment, but it was a pretty great segment. A pretty great segment on the show. A great way to kick off the show. Now the in-ring segment. Seth Rollins and The Vision. Laredo, Texas. Welcome to Monday Night Rollins. I am a visionary. I'm a revolutionary. I'm Seth freaking Rollins. I got a lot of ground to cover tonight, so let's get to it. There's a reason I lost to Gunther WrestleMania, and it's not because Gunther was the better man than me on that night. No. There's a reason Roman Reigns is walking around the World Heavyweight Champion. It's not because Roman Reigns pinned me, my shoulders to this man. The reasons for those things are the one and the same, and that person has a name. That name is Braun Breaker. Breaker, and I know you're sitting back there. You got 9 staples in the back of your dome. You're welcome for that. But we got business today. We got to score this out. So get your little pea brain out, and let's do the damn thing. This is a great fucking way to get him out there. This was logical, and everything he said here was fucking great. Great words and great dialogue from Rollins. Loved it. This was pretty great. Like, he ain't wrong here. He was saying that if it wasn't for Breaker, Rollins would have lost at WrestleMania. He would have beaten Gunther. And then if it wasn't for Breaker, he would have been still world champion, which again, that one I'm not sure, because if you again, we don't cover outside kayfabe, but Rollins did get injured, and it was kind of part of kayfabe too. They kind of put it in kayfabe. They addressed it, their phony injury. They call him a fucking bum. That bum blew his fucking shoulder up. A fucking weak ass phony injury. Pussy injury, whatever he called it. So, That reminded me of that Bret Hart promo, like pussyfoot injury that fucking he called Shawn Michaels out for. The fact that I never even grew up with Bret Hart though, but I still fucking love that promo. This is a great way to call him out. Seth Rollins, I gave you everything and I gave you the world. I handed it to you on a silver platter and you repaid me by taking everything from me and you were the reason I had to forfeit the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, Rollins is being a little hypocrite here. I mean, you were already injured, buddy. You were the only reason that you basically took yourself out. You injured yourself, but whatever. In terms of kayfabe, so we're going to start this. So he's right. In terms of kayfabe, he's right. Braun took his ass out. And you paid me by taking everything from me. You were the reason that I had to forfeit the World Heavyweight Championship. You were the reason that I didn't get to main event WrestleMania this year. Again, in terms of kayfabe, he's right, but outside kayfabe, if you take that fucking world a little bit into it, then he is a fucking liar. Or he is just basically rage baiting at this point to Brock Breaker. You were the reason I didn't get to main event WrestleMania, and you were the reason that I didn't get my hand raised this year at WrestleMania. And I gotta ask you, Braun, for what? What did you get out of it? How did it benefit you in any way? I love that line. It's like, what did you get out of it? What did you get out of it, Braun? Did I really benefit you? Did I really made you who you were? And that line works in this more because Braun didn't become a World Heavyweight Champion. He didn't win the World Heavyweight title. He lost to CM Punk. He failed. And he got injured. So, did it benefit Braun Breaker in hindsight? No. Seth is not wrong here at all. Great fucking dialogue. This segment was an incredible segment. I think the segment was out fucking standing. Loved it. And I'm not gonna waste my time on that. After we fucking go over this segment and break it down from head to toe, at the end we're gonna be talking about I'm not going to go over the entire shit here, but when we break down the segment from head to toe, we're going to be talking about, at the end, about some ridiculous rage bait fucking criticism. And you knew that it was about the segment, and when I read it, and I'm like, I hadn't seen Monday Night Raw then, and I'm like, and I watched this segment, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It proves to you, Twitter is fucking stupid. And the people on there just like to put negativity because negativity gets a lot of traction and gets them a lot of views. And man, they can fucking pay for their In-N-Outs and fucking McDonald's and 20-piece chicken nuggets as much they fucking want to. They can pay for their meals. They can eat fucking food from getting a lot of fucking views and getting a lot of attention on X. Good for them. That's what it's... Ain't no fucking way you believe that, basically. I'm out here fucking hearing the IWC just being fucking clueless at some point. They act like they were acting so fucking dumb when TKO, they like took Mark Shapiro and fucking Nick Khan fired. Or fucking Mark Shapiro and Ari Emanuel TKO fired. They know who Dante Chen is. Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't even know who fucking Dante Chen was. Even before, I didn't vaguely even know him, and then Luca, whatever that guy, who the fuck that is, I didn't even know who that was. So you're telling me Mark Shapiro and fucking Ari Emanuel, the head of TKO, they fucking know these WWE talent? Get the fuck out of here. Man, you make yourself look like a fucking moron more than anything online. Chat, this should be a video too? I think it should be. Actually, I might make a video about this. 2 topics we got. Good to know. We got some content rolling. I don't got much to talk about. On Dynamite, though, we have our content rolling over there. We do. And we got more to talk about on AEW Dynamite and what is with that, and it's Dynamite, and you can tell me what the fuck or not, but we got content to talk about there, man. But let's get out of the segment right here. Did that benefit Braun? No. He lost to Punk, and this is why when he says that didn't benefit him. Anyway, what did you get out of it? Nothing. And this is the line from Seth. It works only here because Braun didn't win the World Championship. So I think they made a right decision of not putting the world title on Braun because it really fucking works for this feud. Right there. You gave me everything. What did you give me, by the way? You gave me. What did you give Reed and I? Because the way I see it, every single week you were like your errand boys. We got to come out here and we fight all your battles for you. He ain't wrong here either. And put all of your fires out that you started. All of you are on your own. Because look around, said you got nothing, got no one, you got no friends. That really goes in more detail and gets into more of a fucking point of view in like moving on in the show, where they have a payoff to what he said right here. You got no people here, you got no friends. You got nothing. You needed us. You needed us to fight all your battles for you. What were you giving? And what? You were giving me all this great wisdom and all this guidance while every single week you can't come out here and kick off the show. And Reed and I would have to stand there in the back and listen to you regulate the same crap every single week. I am a revolutionary. I am a visionary. I'm Seth freaking Rollins. Let me make something perfectly clear to you. I never have needed you and your vision. The only reason we were standing here is because I needed him. I understand right there. I mean, he didn't need Seth, really, did he? Now, it's hard. I don't know if I would completely believe it, like 100%. Because, you know, eventually a heel gets to say, hey, I never needed you, I never wanted you, I hated you always, I did this, I did that. That's the fucking trope. That's a pet peeve that I have from wrestling and WWE and all that. Man, I never needed you. I never needed you. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. You definitely needed him. You cannot tell me you never needed him. So, it's like I do feel like he's right here, but at the same time I feel like he's not right here. So, it's your opinion for what you want to believe Brock Breaker for. I think this segment was an incredible segment, chat. To put that into words. Seth Rollins, you needed him? That dried up sack of meat, you need that guy? You just prove everything about you. You just proved me everything about you. Let me take you on a little ride down memory lane. In 2023, 3 years ago, I was a world heavyweight champion, and I wanted to fight the best in the world. And I called up Shawn Michaels and I said, "Hey, send me your best from NXT. I want to fight him." Shawn says, "Braun Breaker," and I said, "Hell yeah, and let's do the damn thing." Last year, this sack of meat, he comes to me and he says, "Seth, what do you think about taking Braun Breaker under your wing?" And I said, "Hell yeah, that kid with the ear under his belt and my tutelage, he will be undoubtedly the next main event money drawing star in this industry." Because look at you, Breaker. You got all. And I've been 40 years. I've seen athletes from every form of discipline come here. They're big, strong, they're fast, but you are unique. You're the biggest, strongest, the fastest, and the most versatile performer, and I've ever seen in 14 years that I've been in with this company. You have everything to be the next star, biggest star in this industry. Everything, but the most important thing, I know better than anybody that what it means to be a 20-year-old young cat, full of piss and vinegar, coming into this company and thinking the business always is something, not wanting. He basically saying that I thought I was a big hotshot on the fucking indies, and I was a big hotshot in Ring of Honor as Tyler Black. He's telling him his own fucking backstory. I love that. He kind of addressed, if you don't understand the message, he talked about his history in Ring of Honor right here. And him being like he being the face of Ring of Honor. Like in 2010, Seth Rollins was the face of Ring of Honor. I can even check this, I believe. Tyler Black. Like Seth was the face of Ring of Honor. . 'Cause 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 ' who was the face of Ring of Honor, and he left Ring of Honor. He was like a top guy in Ring of Honor, Seth Rollins. He was not some little indie fuck. Like little midget that never really got somewhere. Who was the face of Ring of Honor in 2010? The face of Ring of Honor in 2010 was Seth Rollins, Tyler Black. Seth Rollins was the face of Ring of Honor. He was the face of Ring of Honor in 2020. He was face of Ring of Honor, the face of the company in 2010. Seth Rollins was the face of Ring of Honor. Bryan had left, I believe, chat. So with Danielson leaving, and Bryan was that guy. Danielson was the face of Ring of Honor, but then it became Seth Rollins, Tyler Black. It's not there's little Easter eggs right here where he says. And where he says that, I'm gonna put this out here. I know better than anybody what it means to be a 28-year-old young cat full of pistol and vinegar, coming to this company and thinking the business owes you something, not wanting to wait for it and nobody. I know better than anybody what it means to bet on yourself, to take chances, to make decisions, hard decisions, but people aren't going to be happy with. Okay, maybe he didn't mention Ring of Honor, but again, I think he did, kind of. It's really hidden right there, but it's good to say he did mention Ring of Honor, chat. He kind of did, so moving on. And I love Braun's promo here, him saying, basically, we did your fucking work. And I only got you, because I needed him. So I'm not sure they actually said he actually needed him. And if he not needed him, I didn't know. And I don't commend for him to know, really. If he needed him, he didn't need him, or he needed him, or he did not need him. What the fuck is it? Did he know? Did he believe that he needed him? I don't know, man. It's a bit 50-50. I cannot tell you. It's a half and ass situation. Nothing more than that. So, all the things he said right here, they're kind of factually right in the circumstances that he meant. Braun is right in what he means. It's not like we're putting out there that Breakker is wrong, Breakker is not right. He is right in what he's trying to mean here. He's right in those circumstances. He's very well right in his own ways. It's not like he's not right. He's perfectly right. But again, it's like you want to say you didn't need him. That's up to debate. And Seth saying that I know that I thought I was some hot shot because he was the face of Ring of Honor, as I mentioned to you. And I read that verbatim and I understood that promo verbatim right there. And what he believed about Braun Breakker, and he basically praised him and said that, like, this promo was fucking incredible. It legit, they left nothing out there. They fucking went balls and blazing. I feel like. I just feel like they did that. Not waiting for nobody. Because it owes you something, and I know better than anybody. It better on yourself, take chances, make decisions. People aren't going to be happy with that. But the difference between you and me is that if you try and succeed, you try, I succeed. You know why? It's just that let's paint a few pictures of you. Every time I bet on myself, it ended up being the main event of World Championship. You bet on yourself, what did it get you? Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Steak dinners, private jets, and happy endings from Paul Heyman. I mean, he ain't wrong there. That's what it got him. He bet on himself, and what the fuck did get him? He got injured, and he fucking lost to CM Punk. I believe Rollins, the moment he first even had a chance of getting a shot on when he bet on himself, won the Money in the Bank, and he fucking went over and beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. He ain't wrong there. He ain't wrong there at all. You try, I succeed because Breaker let me say this painfully. You are not. You are even so. Even your pea brain could understand this. You are not ready. Which he's like, I'm not ready. That's the narrative you want to go with. I hate to break it to you, superstar. But before all of this, I was well on my way to becoming a main eventer, with or without you. I didn't need you or need your help or anything. I find that bullshit. You wanted him in some circumstances to fucking elevate you up there. Like, again, everybody says, I didn't need you, I didn't want you. You were dead meat to me. You were holding me back. The quote, it's the fucking trope of WWE. Storylines. You were holding me back, I didn't need you. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm so sick of this trope, honestly. I am. Every bad guy gotta fucking say this. When they're like, when they turn on their partner, I didn't need you. I never needed you. Rage bait is what I call it. And I'm sick of these fucking rage bait. I not like that when he says, I didn't need you, you needed me. It's like, you're like, bro, enough. That's just me. I'm not a big fan of that. It makes sense here, but for him to say that, because he's a heel, but I'm honestly, because we hear from fucking everybody, like, I didn't need you. You were dead weight. I never needed you. Like, you were nothing. You were like, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, honestly. Rage bait is what I call it. Stop lying. You fucking hypocrite-ass fucker. You say you didn't need him. You didn't need this guy. You didn't need this tag team partner. Like, I think we got this with Matt Hardy, I believe. I didn't need you. If Rollins did it, I didn't need you, or whatever. The Shield. Yeah, I understand that in circumstances. Authority was there. Or I never needed you. I don't buy that at all. I'm sick of it. I'm actually seriously tired of this whole thing where to say, I never needed you. I was great myself. I was the guy myself. I was already going up there to be a main eventer. I never needed you. I was already becoming a Hall of Famer. I never needed you. I never needed you to be. I never needed your help. I never needed this. I didn't need you. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, please. I'm getting tired of this fucking trope. I never needed you. You were the sack of meat. You were the fucking dead meat behind my back. I never fucking needed you. You were holding me down. You were holding me to fucking grabbing that brass ring. You love Vince McMahon impression, right? You were holding me down. Like, shut the fuck up. That's just me. I'm a bit tired of this. This is my own pet peeve. My own fucking, problem with this. I gotta gripe with this shit. A trope that I'm not a big fan of in professional wrestling, and let alone in WWE, mainly. So I hope we get less of this. That's just me. And you want to blame me for losing the World Heavyweight Champion? That's fine. The truth is, your body couldn't handle it. He made it. That's. I like what he said right here. Your mind is too brittle. Your shoulder can't handle the weight of a strap on it anymore. Yeah. And I took the World Heavyweight Championship, and I came up a little short. But you know what? I can go to sleep and lay my head on my pillow at night, and I'm a lot better knowing that I lost to the best in the world instead of somebody that self-proclaims it. And I believe you, Seth. I believe everything that you say that you are. You're all the accolades, all the championships. You have won everything there is to win here. You're the first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no question. You're the very best professional wrestler in the world at being number 2. Saying that you are not better than CM Punk. I lost to the best in the world. CM Punk is the best in the world. Seth, you're not. Seth. Like, Seth, bro, Seth is fucking gonna crash out just the words like that. Being told that he is not the best in the world. He's not better than Cody. He's not better than Punk. He's not better than Roman. I mean, Triple H gets fucking deja vu hearing that all the time, doesn't he? He pushed in politics, definitely. At least Seth didn't do that because he knows that he's not the draw. And he doesn't want to fucking politic. He wants other talent to get his way, too. But Triple H politicked, so let that be a lesson for Seth Rollins, I guess. You know what? That was pretty good, Baby Steiner. You come up with that on your own? The big Papa Pump hook you up for that breaker? Do you think you're ready? Backlash, 2 weeks today, son. I'm going to give you the opportunity to prove that you're ready, but let me in on a little secret. But I think everybody except, Steiner, you aren't even number 2 in your own family. I would say, which I disagree here with Seth, Braun Breaker is more of a... Braun Breaker is already better than Rick Steiner. Okay? Is he better than Scott? No, not yet. You gotta be just fucking unbelievable to be better than Scott. We will see that in the next 5 years, and we can say, oh, he's better than Scott Steiner. We'll see that. Scott was, man, just fucking unhinged. I love Scott Steiner. We love Scott Steiner. The way he used to talk, bro, he was fucking unhinged. He was entertaining. The number one thing about Steiner was, Scott Steiner, he was fucking entertaining. TNA, WCW, even a little bit in WWE. He's always been fucking entertaining. That's what he is. He's Scott Steiner. This segment was fucking great. Overall. Majority of the words he said the right, and basically there was a little hypocritical thing for Seth to say and Braun to say too. Which is like a trope for heel to do, but again, I'm getting fucking sick of it. I never needed you to get that brass ring. I didn't need you. Who the hell you are? I never needed you. I never needed you in anything. You are nothing. If I would be cutting a promo, I would absolutely not say that. I never needed you. At least because I can, if there's logic there, I would say that I never needed you. But just to say I never needed you because I'm a heel, I don't like that trope. You can say I never needed you. That's fine. But when if you just to say it because you're a fucking heel, you're a bad guy, and you have to be a bad guy and say to the good guy, hey, I never needed you. I can become the top guy. I can be the world champion. I can get to that brass ring. It's fucking ludicrous to me. It's absolutely utteral shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Not just ludicrous, it's goddamn ridiculous to me. So I don't buy the fact that if you're just being a heel and saying to another good guy that you were a tag team with or you were together with for a while, I never needed you, man, get the fuck out of here. No. There's got to be logic to say that I never needed you. You gotta put that logic out there. You gotta be a fucking dominating, psycho, fucking dominating to your dominance. You have to be a fucking self-control freak. Self-controlling the people around you. I don't think Braun Breaker is all that, but yeah, he's not all that. So that's why that right there, to me personally, was like, all right, good to know, but I fucking call bullshit right there on that statement. That's just me. But again, as I said, I called fucking bullshit on that statement. Moving on. This was an incredible segment overall. This was an incredible segment. The first segment was pretty great too. That segment was fucking great. This was incredible. Loved it. The best segment of the night, straight up. Pro wrestling aside, the best segment. This to me was better than Io and Becky. It's a television show. And I'd rather I get a segment like that than I get fucking great pro wrestling. Great pro wrestling is what I want to see on fucking pay-per-views. On television shows, I need some build. I need some fucking story being enhanced. I need some fucking storylines being enhanced. I need some fucking payoff. I need some storytelling narrative on these shows. Your weekly shows are not meant for just wrestling in ring. They're meant to tell fucking narrative and storytelling to get to your pay-per-view and premium live event. Both these companies, I hope, fucking understand that. I'm talking to the Fed and to the elite. A random match on fucking Dynamite is not gonna get you hyped for a pay-per-view. A random match on Dynamite ain't gonna do that. So both these companies, WWE, AEW, man, your weekly television shows are meant to enhance your story going into your premium live events and your pay-per-views, where you can put up great matches because now you have told a great story and a great fucking build. You have built this fucking story up to a crescendo of a level where now when this match happens, people are already fucking invested more than they invested in the fucking action of the match. I love a good action scene, dude, but overall, story is always king. So never forget the fact that you ain't gonna go anywhere, and I'm talking to randomizer matches for Tony Khan to fucking jerk off to on Dynamite. We're having Roddy Strong go head-to-head with fucking Jon Moxley. Why the fuck are we getting it? I don't know. Oh, I know why, because Tony wants to jerk off to it. Tony wants to get a fucking straight-up orgasm to it. Good job. Thank you. I know you really want that. What else? You want to be all giddy like a little kid, bitch? What the fuck else do you want? Want to be the kid that you were? That you want to be a? You want to act like a fucking kid instead of running like a wrestling booker. You want to be a fucking little bitch-ass kid. Like, act like a little kid, basically. You're booking an indie fed, basically. You're booking a fucking random match indie fed. You're going to have a random match versus a random match. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a great match. And all the sickos are going to fucking love it. I'm not going to love it. And that's why this company is not going to go anywhere other than being an amateur hour if they don't fucking change this narrative on the show. On Dynamite. Like, we need to go here and talk about AEW, but man, because it's not an AEW show here. But to my extent right there, I'm going to tell you again. This is what we got. This is what we get on Dynamite. And I don't like it. And I will be here to talk about it again. On the Dynamite Unscripted Kayfabe review. And mind me if I say anything about some logic that I saw the Raw after Mania, where they reintroduced Ethan Page to Javon Evans. And it wasn't some random match. Reintroduce the fans to Ethan Page who had seen him, but if they had never seen him, they introduced you to him, and they introduced that these people already have a history together. And they don't like each other. And that's why they're fighting. That's why Ethan Page is facing Javon Evans. There's no logic on Dynamite. Zero. None. That's the majority of times. That's what I'm talking about. So, I gotta give WWE praise what there is, and I gotta give AEW my negativity, or what if you want to say, if it's criticism, I have to give them what there is. And in the chat who thinks it's all about being a great match, they should be fucking never even stepping foot. You know, they have people in the booking committee like Will Washington, who are basically those fucking marks, and who's a sicko himself, basically running the show with Tony Khan. He is fucking clueless fucks out there running the show. Wrestling, just these fucking great graps. That's what they care about. Your company's not gonna go anywhere with great graps. It's gonna go nowhere. Moving on. So, Raquel Rodriguez is backstage. She attacks Stephanie Vaquer. Apparently, they're moving away from this match. They're not doing the Backlash, so they took Vaquer out. Penta versus Rusev. So, Ethan Page comes out. He's watching the ringside. So, the match kicks off with Rusev hitting a knee in the midsection of Penta. Rusev then punches Penta back and forth. Sorry, at the back. Rusev then gives him repeatedly stomping him straight up the back of the chest. He gives him a snap vertical suplex. Rusev picks him up with a gun wrench suplex. Rusev falls with the chest, and then Penta super kicks him. So this already is going a bit back and forth from the get-go. Penta then drop kicks Rusev to the floor. Penta lands a somersault, the plancha. Penta is fired up. Penta is giving Rusev a standing ovation. Sorry, not Rusev. Sorry, Paige is giving Rusev Penta a standing ovation. Paige then tells Penta to get his finger out of his face. He's basically mocking him. And whereas Rusev goes for a belly suplex, but Penta lands to the back of his feet. Penta with another super kick. Penta rolls Rusev back into the ring. Penta goes for a spinning clothesline. Rusev corners the match kick. He drops Penta with a swinging Uranagi slam. Rusev has come in control of the match during the commercial break. Penta denies the superplex. This match went 8 minutes long for your determination. Forearm shivers. Penta with the flying crossbody block. Penta next to clothesline from Rusev. Penta thrust kicks the back of Rusev's right knee. Penta with the reversed sling blade. Penta running insecurity. Penta sweeps off the leg of Rusev. Penta with a delayed corner handstand dropkick for a 1 count. Penta buries his knee in the base section of Rusev. This was an okay match overall. Penta Rusev sends Penta to the corner. Nothing special. It wasn't bad. Penta with the flying. It would have been a really good match if they went longer. They went 8 minutes. So 5 minutes was the wrestling match that we got basically. Penta goes to the Mexican Destroyer, but Rusev counters with a back body drop. Rusev with a roundhouse kick. With a waistland, Rusev delivers the match kick. Rusev stomps to Penta's back. Penta skips the accolade. Penta the thrust kicks. I like this spot. Back of Rusev. Rusev goes with the mid-air match kick, but Penta holds on the ropes. Penta connects with spring with roll up to pick up the victory. Love this spot right here, where he just basically, and I like the protected Rusev didn't have, because first I thought this was going to be an actual Intercontinental Championship that everybody thought it was, but I then find out, oh, it's not. I was confused. What the fuck? I thought it was an Intercontinental Championship match. So apparently it was not. Moving on. I'm really liking this Intercontinental Championship scene on Monday Night Raw. It's a great fucking scene on Raw. It is, overall. It's a very well round up, great fucking scene on Monday nights. It's not something that I will ever shit on right now. No. No way. This was a pretty, it was not bad. It was not a bad match. It was just an okay match. Nothing special. So after the match, Rusev attacked Penta from behind. Rusev then putting the boost Penta. Page wants to partake in the beatdown. Page go back to Rusev. Penta unloads series of chops. Page delivers a cheap shot to Penta. Rusev and then Javon Evans comes up for the save. Springboard clothesline to Page. And then Penta super kicks Rusev out of the ring. And Javon has the Javon has the OG cutter, and then Penta celebrates in the ring with Evans. This is going to be a tag team match, I believe, next week. So, they laid it out to be a tag team match for next week. You got a brand new Hulk Hogan documentary that's streaming on Netflix, which we will be talking about when I'm done watching. I'm still watching it. I'm not over with the doc yet. The doc is pretty fucking great. I think it's entertaining. It's a really entertaining doc. I think the Vince doc was also quite entertaining itself. So We didn't get as much meat on the bone. I wish we got 8 episodes, but we got 4. It's what they allowed them to say. It's what they did. So now, okay. Los Americanos vignette. El Grande Mer talks about the importance of his upcoming match with at Loches des Noches in Triple A. Yeah, El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Match was meant. The Jefe, Mark Calloway, the Undertaker, he's booking that show. Good to know, you know. I think he has a better perspective of booking that show better than Triple H does on the main roster. Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch comes out. I mean, the same song that he came at WrestleMania. At least it was on fucking lip syncing this time. I'll just keep that what that is. The man in the new Women's Intercontinental Championship has come around Laredo, Texas, and we entered into a new era of manosphere. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Got here a new era, this new era, that's a new era. Because a lot of history was made at WrestleMania 42, I finally got rid of that all-loser AJ Lee and ended her horrible title reign. Her reign wasn't horrible, but it wasn't nothing. It was nothing. It was literally nothing. So she barely did. She even defend the fucking belt? Like did she even fucking defend the title? And she did, right? It was just whatever. It was a whatever reign, chat. Nothing special. Like it was a whatever reign. So it wasn't that horrible, but again, that's what she's saying. She's being a heel. I put gold around someone's waist and truly deserves it. I became the first WWE superstar in history to win the four different titles at WrestleMania. I became the first ever 3-time women's championship, and I won more matches than any woman in WrestleMania history. That's true. The second one who is close to her is Charlotte, actually. Charlotte and Rhea. That's interesting, you know. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, they have won that match too. I believe Bianca has won 4 matches too. Bianca, Rhea, Charlotte. 4 matches. Rhea to Bianca, Rhea, Charlotte. 4 matches. Yeah. And Becky's 5. So, cool. Good to hear. I have now won more WrestleMania matches in history than any other woman. Undertaker, I'm coming for the record. Like, basically, she's saying, I'm going to go on a winning streak. No, that's not happening. Let's be real. But we don't want a Becky Lynch winning streak, please. That only works once in a lifetime, honestly. You can make that work again, but that's got to be a talent that's worth it to make that again. And I have proved that once and for all, I'm the greatest female wrestler of all time. It's not just me singing; other people are saying. Sports Illustrated, Bleacher Report says it. All of that is wonderful. And what's important to me is what happened after the match. I looked in front of a sea of over 50,000 fans. I got over embellishing, but they had a fucking sold out place basically. And I saw my baby girl sitting in the front row, and I was able to take her out, and I walked with her to the ramp. And I realized I needed to show her what a real champion is, because she was basically an AJ Lee fan, I guess. And it's not the 5-star hotel. It's not probably just even the fancy tour buses. Even though I indulge all of them, it's not about going to the biggest city performing in front of the best crowds. It's about showing up in rundown towns like Laredo and showing them the common folk and even like much of you. And this is like a baby face promo for a second. I'm like, what the fuck? And I know that what you need. I know what you want. I know what you want. You want me to be fighting champion. I want you to be defending this title. And I'm not just saying against some nostalgia actors from underdogs. You want me to be fighting the best of the best. And I want you and anyone exciting. And so I stand before you as a man of people on an issue, and whoever wants to come out here and have me look in their eyes and say, welcome to the big time. Let's throw some hands. Who is it going to be? Felt like Becky Lynch basically turned fucking babyface. I'm like, holy shit. This is a great segment. This is a great fucking promo from Becky. Io walks down the ring. I accept. You accept what? I said I wanted to fight the best of the best. I wanted Io. I want to shine. Io basically said she's afraid of Io. I want exciting. You are none of those things. You see that they're booing you. No, okay, sorry, I understand now. I understand, okay, you accept on behalf of Rhea Ripley, okay, the part of the tag team meant that actually has gold. Now, what's going to happen is Rhea's going to bury his mommy, going to be versus the man. I'll be Becky 2 belts again because I wanted to fight Shawn Michaels, not Marty Jannetty, and clearly you've been holding her back. I understand this right now. You've been holding. This was a pretty great dialogue from Becky. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good. This was a great segment from Becky. It was. I think this was Becky's best promo this entire year so far. Io slaps in the face of Becky, crashes to the ground. Becky goes to the ring. Adam Pearce brings the stage. Whoa, Becky, where are you going? You issued an open challenge, right? We're going to do a title match here tonight. Becky attacks Sky before the bell rings. The match starts during the commercial break. Sky then with a running basement dropkick. Becky reverses out the Irish whip from the Sky. Becky kicks Sky in the chest. Becky with a running clothesline for a 2 count. Becky mocks Sky. Becky with a running forearm. This is a great fucking match. This is a great TV match. Great. Becky with explode, the best match of the night. Period. With the baseball slide drop kick. Becky with a flying forearm smash on the ring apron. Becky rolls Sky back in the ring. Becky ascends to the top turnbuckle. Becky with a flying leg drop for a 2 count. Becky goes for an exploder suplex, but Sky lands back on her feet. Forearm exchange. Becky uppercuts Sky. Sky blocks the spinning back kick. Sky with a release German suplex. Sky ducks to the closer from Becky. Sky with the discus back elbow smash. Sky with a shate. Sky follows up with the flapjack. Becky reverses out of the Irish whip from the Sky. Io Sky then ducks the clothesline from Becky. Sky slams Becky's head on the top rope. Sky with the missile drop kick. Sky pops back up on her feet. Sky plays to the crowd. Sky nails Becky to the bullet train attack for a 2 count. Becky rips Sky off the top turnbuckle. Becky with a slop drop for a 2 count. Becky goes for a manhandle slam, but Sky counters with a roll through double foot stomp. Becky regroups on the outside. Sky goes for the suicide dive. Becky counters with a forearm smash from the outside. Sky blocks reverse CAT in the ropes. Sky kicks Becky in the face. Sky with a sunset flip powerbomb on the floor. Becky regains control of the match during the commercial break. Becky with a superplex. Becky drops the Sky with a DDT on the 2 count. Becky goes for a manhandle slam. Sky counters with a pinning combination for a 2 count. Sky super kicks Becky with this. It's quite fucking back and forth. A great fucking match. A great match. I think it was an amazing. It was a great fucking match. For a 2 count, a pretty good pay-per-view match. I'll put you that. Becky on television was fucking great. It was goddamn great. That's all good. I would not say it was goddamn amazing. It was goddamn great. Sky then decks Becky with an elbow smash. Sky's with tornado. Sky grabs Becky from the corner. Sky goes for over the bumps. Becky gets her feet up. Becky's the man on set for 2 count. Becky's shocked. Becky drags Sky to the corner. Becky kicks up the turnbuckle. Sky with the ass side moonsault. Sky rolls Becky. Asuka sweeps out the legs of Sky behind the ref's back. Becky connects the manhandle slam to pick up the victory. So Asuka now is going after Io Sky, and they're doing this shit again. Which there's some negativity here. That maybe there's nothing bad to say about this overall, but I will mention here, chat. I was not a fan of this in terms of what you want me to accept. I was not a fan of this in terms of I was not a fan of this Asuka interference here. I wasn't. I would have liked them giving the championship to Io. Honestly, I would think because I didn't want to see Asuka and Io at all. Because now you removed the fucking factor for me to even care about Asuka and Io. The reason I had any emotion and left care about it was Kairi Sane, and you fucking fired her. You fucking gave Nate no payoff to this. You let the main plot out of the storyline go. You let the main fucking reason of it to go. So there's no way of any emotion and connection to this. And it's going to be a great match, but story-wise, they killed it. Killed it in the worst way possible. Killed it in terms of just... In what circumstances, I would say. they fucked up. Really, in terms of letting her go and not giving us a legit payoff to this storyline, which they should have had, but they didn't give us any payoff. They chose to give us a ridiculous comedy segment on fucking WrestleMania, but they didn't give us any payoff to what we wanted. We invested our emotion, our time into this fucking story for weeks and weeks, try to relate the fact that what fucking Kyrie's going through, and we wanted her to fucking get fed up of this, and Kyrie was the center and focus of this, and they fucking let her go. So they fucking killed this story, and they killed everything that belongs with it. This match is gonna be fucking great, but I don't give two shits about this fucking storyline, and I think neither should you. If you do, I mean, you're a fucking clueless fuck. I have nothing to say about this. I don't care about Io versus Asuka. This is why I put it out there. Great pro wrestling is not always the main factor. Story is king in the art of professional wrestling. Always is, always has been. And if you do not fucking deliver on that, I don't give a shit about the match. It will be a great fucking match. It'll be great fucking action. But action is just is the fucking circumstances of this now. I was interested in the story. I was interested in what payoff we're gonna get. Even though it was fucking ridiculed and just legit, they were just pulling it just fucking every single fucking week. It was like the same shit. It's like, but I was like, okay, eventually we're gonna get a payoff out of this. Eventually Kyrie is gonna get fed up. She's gonna leave Asuka. She's gonna leave her senpai. It would be logical. It would make sense. Man, how fucking wrong was I? Because they did none of that. They fucking fired the woman. They didn't give a shit. They didn't give a fuck about this payoff. So they fucking wasted my time, your time, every fucking fan's time watching this shit for no reason, and basically investing our emotion and time and feeling more relatable of a situation like this with Kyrie and Asuka. They can go fuck themselves. I have nothing to say about this. This is fucking ridiculous. And I will not have anything to praise about this match. It will be a great fucking match. It'll be a great fucking watch when Backlash comes around. But it doesn't fucking remove the fact that this shit sucks. And that you let your fucking plot go. You basically bury the plot. You get the main reason why I even cared about this match in the fucking first place. We cared about it because of Kyrie. We cared about this match only because of Kyrie. There are no more words to say about this, Chad. Io and Asuka, it would be a great match, seriously. This would be a great fucking match. It would be a great match. They will go and give us a great match. I'm not even sure it's going to be a great match. We got fucking commercials at WrestleMania, and we're with this ESPN deal. Who the fuck knows what we're going to get? It's going to be commercial Backlash, probably too. That's to say what I have to say about this. But do you honestly care about Io and Asuka? You know it's going to be a great match. You know it's going to be great pro wrestling, and that's right there, you know, great pro wrestling. But for the company who touts on telling me that they're writing fucking stories and Marvel and DC's fucking stories in the world of professional wrestling, you couldn't even pay off to a fucking simple solution. You couldn't pay off to Kyrie. You couldn't pay off to Kyrie splitting from Asuka. You couldn't pay off the weeks of she just dragged it and just dragged it straight up. You just dragged this shit every single week. It was dragged a lot. It's like it wasn't, I wish it ended quicker, but it was dragged a lot, and it wasn't like I fucking love this shit segment, this thing every week of Asuka yelling her and saying Kyrie, yelling at her. slapping her in the face every week, now and then. I didn't want to, you know, think of that or say that or whatever. I didn't really care to. But you have me believing that it's just okay to let this woman go after just the weeks and weeks and weeks of you legit wasting our time, having us emotionally invest into something that's relatable in Asuka and Kairi. No matter the fact you fucking dragged it like shit, honestly, but you were dragging it basically. But man, I was seriously hoping for a fucking payoff. And they basically shit in your mouth and said, hey, thank you for investing your time on this, and you can fuck off. And forget about this. Thank you for investing your emotion and time into this, and fuck off and forget about this. That's the words of Mr. Triple H Pollock of WWE. Thank you for expressing your opinion, and thank you for indulging in this feud. But we don't care about it. Thank you for giving us 7 months of attention and 7 months of emotion towards this feud. Yeah, we don't care about it. Fuck them, seriously. Fuck them. They should be absolutely ashamed of themselves, even calling themselves any less more than fucking Marvel and DC and writing fucking movies like that. You ain't a fucking jerk-off Snyderverse. You're not even a good Snyderverse, even like... Yeah. No, you're not. So, fuck you for this. Legit. Fuck you. Fuck you for wasting my time. Fuck you for wasting everybody's time watching this shit for 7 straight months. To say all the fucking geeks out there with saying, you know, it's great pro wrestling, man. Why the fuck are you complaining about this? They wasted your time. They made you look like a fucking clueless idiot. So you're just basically gonna take it. I'm not. I'm not gonna accept this. It's gonna be a great match, but you're not gonna get any, you know, fucking emotion out of me again about Io and Asuka. There's gonna be none. You fucking killed the main factor of why I had any ounce of emotion with Io and Asuka. It was Kairi. It was that fucking character weekly. And you basically fired her. You took that away. You took the one thing that mattered in this story. And now you want me to fucking indulge my emotion to this? Because it's going to be a great match? It's going to be some Joshi Pro Wrestling? Fuck off! Moving on. I'm not just about Io and Asuka, chat. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing anymore. I'm done with that. We see the original Grande Americano talking to Rey Mysterio in the locker room. Americano says, Rey, says that he's seen Rey fraternizing with the fake luchador, the imposter Grande Americano. He said, Rey, if he needs to watch his back, he asked Rey if he needs to watch his back during his mask match in AAA on May 30th. Rey says that the OG El Grande has nothing to worry about, and the only thing Rey is looking for both of them is Rey's looking for both of them to respect the sport of lucha. Los Americanos appeared that led us to have a huge shouting match. Rey is trying to cool with down the situation, and he's not choosing sides here. So this right here, chat, was basically a funny segment, a little comedy, but a little. They're building this El Grande versus El Grande feud. They kind of fucking trying to rehash it on the show, and it didn't work the way they thought it was gonna work, but that's what they thought it's gonna work like. So man, good for them, I guess. I don't know. It looked fucking a really watered down, legit, bland ass fucking Paul Levesque brawl. PLB. Moving on. It's gonna be a great match. Noches des Noches. May 30th. You know what? That will be a Cinco de Mayo on the 5th of May. If you probably got that right. Cinco de Mayo, but it's Noches de Noches. It's gonna be on 30th May. 30th of May. We're gonna have El Grande Americano. This is El Grande Americano. Who's gonna be in this Mexico? Este es El Mundo. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. I am looking forward to this match, and I like this feud. Backstage, Byron Saxton is interviewing with the Usos. Do you have any intel on which direction Roman Reigns is leaning to in regard to Jacob Fato's challenge for Backlash? Jimmy says that the OTC will make his decision when the OTC is ready to make his decision. LA Knight joins the conversation. He says he's not talking down the Usos. He says he reminds Jey Uso that he's won the World Heavyweight Championship on his own, but Big Jim has potential to become a World Heavyweight Champion. I was like I said, cough, cough. No, but under Roman Reigns, that is true. Jay tells Knight that he needs to stay in his lane. Jimmy tells Knight that that's family's business. Guys understand that it's family's business, and he respects it, but the problem is with the bloodline, they run roughshod over everybody, shit corrupts. And when that happens, it becomes his business. Yeah. I thought this was a pretty good words from LA Knight, reminding him, bitch, that we already went through this shit. Hey, don't you fucking forget what Roman put you through. Don't you forget that. Don't you forget that what kind of power you guys used to hold on the shows. Like, don't fucking forget that, honestly. Joe Henry's concert. Alright, we're gonna go over this again. LA Knight, like, basically. This was pretty good. No, nothing over the top special. It was good. It was good. Backstage segment. Joe Henry. First of all, Joe Henry got a fucking jobber and ass entrance, man. This is the man's first moment. I didn't watch the show live, so I didn't get to see what his entrance was gonna fucking look like. But man, you give him a little due diligence to give him a fucking real ass entrance and in front of not an ad break basically. He was fucking coming on when the ads were running or something. It's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing? Why is this guy coming out when you're showing advertisements? Like, this is his first fucking night on the main roster on Monday Night Raw, and you are not gonna have his entrance play out. That's a fucking testament to how you believe what he is gonna be on the show. So I didn't like that at all. I think this was fucking stupid. It's like I was looking forward to seeing the reaction of the crowd, and then there was no reaction from the crowd other than his fucking concert. Because, I mean, there was no fucking entrance. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, man, like, how do you expect for people to really invest in talent when you're not going to even let their entrances play? You're going to have fucking advertisements and commercials play over them. Because you want to fucking jerk off for the amount of money you fucking, piece of shit billionaires make. The amount of fucking great business and money you make. And you're not going to have these characters show off their emotion with their entrances and make us emotionally connect with a Joe Henry. Interesting. I find that real interesting. You have a guy who doesn't have fucking trash ass, garbage, generic rock, Def Rebel, utteral dog shit music, and you have a guy who has his own song, and you can't have his own fucking entrance play, You have fucking commercials and ad revenue going on, basically. You'd rather not have him see what he's all about. Like, I know what he's all about, you know? Since he blew up or something, at least 2 years ago. Man, I fucking lose my voice. I know what he's all about. But overall, it's like, I just find this fucking stupid, honestly. You have a guy, because you want you have your commercials and your fucking advertisements going, your commercials and advertisements to make fucking trillions of dollars of money. Good to know. You're fucking ruining the fact that we connect with a new star and a new talent on the show. From his entrance, you killed that basically on his debut. Right there. This was a pretty good concert overall. Say his name and he appears in Laredo, Texas. I had to make the biggest decision to make lately, so I tell you about it in the song. I won the titles everywhere I go. I've been on WrestleMania and many other shows, but the time has come for me to pick on one brand. I'm sorry, others that I hope they understand. Joe Henry is on Raw. Joe Henry is on Raw. Joe Henry signed to Raw. Joe Henry signs to Raw. Next time you turn on Netflix, you just want to chill. I will have you believing in a better kind of thrill. Joe Henry's on Raw. Respect to the ruler, I acknowledge the OTC, but Adam Pearce, if you're listening, can make one change from me. That's Logan Paul. Paul, can we fire Logan Paul? Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul? Everyone, Paul. We can fire Logan Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul? Logan Paul came out fucking enraged. He sold the shit out of this, honestly. Loved it. Hey, you can't fire me. I'm unfireable. Who are you, Joe Henry? You can't fire me. I'm Logan Paul. All you people are awful. Just like this song. You're awful. I heard your first night on Raw. Well, congratulations. It's your last. You just made the worst mistake of your life, buddy. Hey, Joe, I don't think you're seeing things right. You see that right there? That's gold. That is gold. That makes you the greatest champion, champions of the world. That makes us the greatest champions of the world, the universe. I guess what I'm trying to tell you, Joe, we are winners. Are these guys winners? I have to say, Joe says no to that. Because I saw you on ESPN, I saw WrestleMania, and I see a couple of primetime losers. Let me tell you something. The mat right here belongs to the Vision. The camera here, you see through, belongs to the Vision. It's all the Roman Reigns rehash promo. The Vision goes through everybody, and you, my friend, you're on a lucky spot tonight because we're gonna go through your ass. 3 shows a microphone in Henry's chest. Henry does the signature pose. Henry clotheslines to 30. Henry drives Paul back at first, so he's grabbing his bush backs. They both gang up on it. Prophet's music hits. They come out and attack him. And then Henry's celebrating with Street Profits. They're doing this basically, the Joe Henry thing. Again, I love Joe Henry, but man, you have him come out to a fucking jobber ass entrance because have no entrance, not even jobber ass. You haven't had zero entrance because you wanted to run your fucking advertisements and commercials so you can absolutely love and loathe yourself in fucking money and just make a ton of money. I understand the business aspect of it. I do. But they're really fucking killing the soul, the connection that we have with the characters. Imagine a Kurt Angle is doing his concert and we don't get his fucking entrance. Imagine that. He's sitting in the ring and they're running commercials while he's coming out of the ring. We don't see an entrance of Kurt Angle. Imagine that. Elias, that just made sense. It worked with him. I feel like they're trying to make Joe Henry do a fucking better Elias, basically. Nothing else. Please do not. He's different than Elias, but I think we need to keep that away. Let his entrance play. We need to him come out to his fucking entrance. Don't make him do a fucking Elias, Bruce. I know this was Bruce's idea, definitely. Bruce Pritchard, fuck out of here, that fuck. Still has a lot of fucking power. Again, man, these billionaire fucks, man, they all want to take the emotion and connection that we get from these wrestlers that we watch, from their entrances. That's how we can connect with somebody. He has a great fucking entrance, and you just took that away from him. You took that away from me to emotionally connect to him on the main, on WWE television now. Man, I'm so, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. And okay, you know, as much you want to fucking jerk off to your money. Fuck off, honestly. Grayson Waller. I don't think there's going to be a video on this, chat. It's bending to Adam Pearce, the backstage area. Waller says that Pearce is giving anybody an opportunity. Javon Evans is one cutter away from retirement. Now he has flops and singing in this arena. We're signing in the arena. Singing or signing? What is it written here? Singing. Whereas the opportunities, Waller says that he's the best shape of his life. I think Waller's fucking great. He's fucking great. Now, the way the company books the guy, I can see him ended up being fucking fired. Goodbye. So this is basically a squash match. I'm not going to go over this match at all, really. It's not worth my time. Coming out of commercial break, Joe Henry's Profits are singing that can be fired. Logan Paul. Henry gives Profits the props. First to be back outside. Profits welcome Henry to Monday Night Raw. Tess says Henry's a different shirt color. He's on the red brand now. Seth Rollins appears. Henry walks away. Tess says that Rollins is trying to make everything about himself. Last week was not about saying he's got no one. Rollins still doesn't have any friends in the back. So basically, it was a great follow-up right here telling him that, hey, it was about the tag team championship. We don't give a fuck about you. We don't care about you. We didn't come out to save you. We wanted to make our name. We wanted to make a fucking headline on Logan Paul or Dawson Turi that we're coming for the tag team championships. We didn't want it. We didn't come out to save you. And fucking Angel Don was saying he thinks he's got any friends around here. That was a great fucking follow-up that they had started at the start of the show. I fucking started there, sorry. Third match. El Grande Americano versus the Los Americanos. You know, the Los Americanos, more than ever tonight on this Monday Night Raw, the one thing I noticed, and you can see me when I'm watching this shit on Twitch, you can see me talking about this. The one thing I noticed that it was very, in particular, very, well, in what circumstance I would describe this to be, chat? It was very notable that who's under the mask. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, more than ever. Thank you for telling the people who did not know who was under the mask. You gotta be a fucking clueless fucking idiot to not believe it's Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Moving on. Collar elbow and tie up. Started the match. Americanos kick out the kicks the legs of Rey Mysterio. Mysterio maintains the wrist hold. This was a good match. If Rey can fucking go, he can go. This was a good match. I think the fucking splash Rey did, that's got him a little weak now. I think he should go off the top rope. He jumps off the fucking he jumps off the top rope. He doesn't do it off the turnbuckle. I wish he does it off the turnbuckle. Americano has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Mysterio whips Americano across the ring. Mysterio with a back body drop. Americano versus out of the Irish whip from Americano. You guys, Rey Mysterio had a fucking incredible finish on WWE. I think, what game was it? It was SmackDown versus Raw? Like, back then he used to have fucking, if I remember, he had a fucking great finish. Like, it used to be a killer. Like, if he hit that, like, it's a big thing if you fucking kick out of it. It's a big deal if you fucking kick out of that, honestly. If he hits that fucking move on you, the springboard, fucking Hurricane Rana, the killer that Hurricane Rana that he used to hit, was fucking great. So, Americano then dives over Rey Mysterio, catches Mysterio in the midair. Mysterio then drops Americano spinning DDT. Mysterio calls for 619. Mysterio drop kicks Americano in the middle rope. The referee gets distracted by by Rayo Americano for the 619. Bravo trips him for the outside. Ryo then tried to put steel plate to Americano's match. Mysterio does 619. Mysterio goes for a single splash, but Americano ducks out of the way. Original Brandon Americano is trying to steal the steel plate from Americano. Mysterio attacks Americano from behind. Mysterio with the head scissors to the middle rope. Mysterio connects with 619. Mysterio drops the dime to pick up the victory. And the match, and Mysterio off the way. Americano's going to do a massive pull-apart brawl. Yeah, I didn't need this pad. The pull-up, but this pad wasn't fucking needed. It wasn't needed. This was a really redundant and a really shit version of it. I don't want to hear Michael Cole and Corey Graves recap fucking Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. We are not talking about that at all. They kind of did show that. I really like they showed you like a little, which I wish they didn't. I was at the notion that they should have not shown the backstage. You know, when Roman was with the Usos. That's just me. I felt like maybe they should have shown that, personally. And that's just me again. I wish they shouldn't have shown it, really. You know? But it's what it is. I'm not gonna go over Oba Femi versus fucking Grayson Waller at all. Uppercuts. It was basically kind of a squash match. So Oba Femi cuts a promo here. Laredo, Texas, we're feeling good tonight. You are feeling good. I'm feeling good. Grayson Waller's not feeling too good, but thankfully we don't care about how Grayson Waller feels. But he did say something tonight, and he said that's right. He said there's an opportunity around here because all the big champions are locked in with their contenders, and the U.S. champion doesn't want to do an open challenges anymore. So I took it upon myself to create a solution to our problem. Ladies and gentlemen, from today, the Oba Femi Open Challenge will commence, so that any men back there would want to prove themselves and step up. If you want to get to the fair top of the mountain, step up, and I'll take your kind of decision, because when you come down here, and I'll be merciful, I'll be unforgiving, relentless. I'll punish you, and I'll make sure of that, because you're not just stepping in with just any man. You're stepping in with a ruler, Oba Femi. Great fucking promo from him. That's not the problem here, chat. That is absolutely not the problem at all here. There's no way I'm going to say that's my fucking problem with this thing at all. No, that's not the problem. The problem that maybe I had with it, per se, wasn't that, generally. Wasn't all that. The problem I had with it was... what should I say here? That we're doing open challenges. Now, thank God we got rid of them on Friday, because they're just boring and uncreative. It's like great pro wrestling. Everybody wants to see great pro wrestling. Yes, I want to see great pro wrestling, but I think I'm fucking tired of an open challenge. We've been doing open challenge since, let me not remind you here, and I should remind you here, for fucking nearly a year. So, now Becky Lynch is doing an open challenge, open challenge, and now Oba Femi's doing one. I mean, I think Becky Lynch should not do one. For Oba Femi, kind of works. But who the fuck do they have really for Oba Femi to face? Like, is there anybody legit? He fucking beat Brock Lesnar, and now who the fuck they're gonna have him face that is gonna really legitimize him more and is gonna build him more? Who? Their fucking roster is really diverse, and it's not very. It's quite small. Unless Oba Femi's gonna have Seth Rollins, and he's gonna beat Seth Rollins. I think that could be an interesting way to really, because you know how I understand what they're doing here, basically how Brock Lesnar ran through Ric Flair and Rob Van Dam and fucking who and who. Chat, wait a second. Alexa, connect only.
Searching. You're connected to desktop 189 UTF. Stay connected with this device. Go to the Alexa app.
Alexa, disconnect. Alexa, Alexa, disconnect.
Now disconnected from desktop 189 UTF.
Alexa, connect to moment.
Joining meetings is not supported on this device.
Alexa, connect to moment.
Searching. Now connected to desktop 189 UTF.
Alexa, power off. Alexa, Alexa, power off. Shut down. Alexa, disconnect.
Now disconnected from desktop 189 UTF.
Chat, we're back at it.
Now connected to broken.
Overall, I already made my piece on this. I understand where Oba Femi's coming from. I understand what Open Challenge means. I know what they're doing. You gotta be more a bit optimistic on this if I put it together. Like, this is basically the Brock, you gotta go with the Brock blueprint here. I don't trust them to build this guy, and I don't think I would trust anyone. It's not a Cody Rhodes situation here. I will not trust them to build Oba Femi at all for a whole year. We don't need that. You already had him beat Brock Lesnar. He is absolutely fucking ready to be world champion now. Now, if you want to add that, add him more fucking unbeatable, fucking like a dominating fucking force on the show. He's unique. He's different. There's not people like him on the show. So I like that. I think Vince would be definitely. It's quite a Vince thing. Oba Femi seems like a Vince guy to me. He really, I think, crush it under Vince. That's me. That's what I'm saying right now. I don't think that's because Vince like fucking muscly man, but Vince like his own fucking show. He's a lot of fucking muscly man that he fucking fucked up and fucked over with. So that's what that was. But again, I'm not a hater of this open challenge per se. I don't genuinely like have a problem with it. I don't fucking just hate it. Like a lot of people, you know, I understand your opinion about open challenges being fucking lazy, and because of it being a great match, that's the way. It's fucking lazy. It's like they run to the ground. They were done on AEW with Orange Cassidy and fucking like they're fucking run down and run to the ground in pro wrestling. And I think it's time we move away from the open challenge, hopefully. But with Oba Femi, it kind of makes sense. I understand where that comes from. Now, if I don't want Becky Lynch to be doing this, fuck no. If everybody's going to be doing an open challenge, that's just ridiculous, honestly. Now, Becky Lynch, who started, cut that fucking promo that I'm issuing an open challenge, that should be just a one and done thing for that fucking promo. I don't want to see a Becky Lynch open challenge every fucking week. I don't. Absolutely not. I don't fucking want to see that shit at all. Straight up. I don't want to see it. There's no circumstances, any ways that I want to see that. I don't. So this is what it is, open challenges. It's going to build like how Brock beat Ric Flair, RVD, Rock, Hogan. It's basically that. So he's going to beat people like Seth Rollins. He's going to beat people like, I think he's going to beat CM Punk eventually. He's going to beat CM Punk. He's going to beat Seth Rollins. He's going to beat Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes drops the championship to Gunther. I don't see Gunther losing. I don't think that there's any way I want to see Gunther losing at all. You have this fucking talent and gimmick. If you have Gunther lose, where the fuck do you go with that? Where the fuck do you go with that? I would not mind them putting the WWE Championship on Gunther at all. I'm kind of tired of Cody Rhodes holding that title. I am. He doesn't need the title. He's solidified forever. Main eventer, legend now. He's gonna go down as a legendary face of WWE. You do not need that thing for Cody Rhodes at all. You don't. So I wish they would do it with Gunther. So Oba beats Cody, Punk, and I'm assuming here he has a little squash matches with Omos, but eventually turns into Cody, Punk, Cody, Punk. I think he beats Rusev. Obviously, I'm putting that out there. He's gonna beat Rusev. That's gonna happen. He's gonna face Rusev again. But I'm talking about like big names, like how Brock beat those names back then. Brock beat people like RVD, Hogan, Rock. That's what happens to Obafemi. He beats Cody, he beats Punk, he beats Seth, and he beats Roman at SummerSlam. Or Jacob. I don't know where they fucking go with this. Or Gunther. He beats Gunther at SummerSlam. He beats Gunther. So that's how I do it. Gunther is going to be WWE champion, and I think Jacob Fatu is going to be World Heavyweight champion, and I would not mind that. But Obafemi beating Gunther would be great. I wish by SummerSlam we're looking at two champions that are not. That's just being fucking maybe a little stupid out here, but I think that are new and are the fucking not. I mean, Gunther winning the WWE championship is different, but two holders who are like Obafemi being WWE champion, and Gunther and Jacob Fatu being World Heavyweight champion. I hope we're looking at that after SummerSlam. That's what I want to see. I want to see Obafemi as World Heavyweight not a World Heavyweight. I want to see Obafemi as WWE champion, and I want to see Gunther as. I want to see Gunther win from Cody, but I want to see new top main event acts. I want to see Obafemi and Jacob Fatu at the top of this company. That's what I want to see. That's why you have your backups. You have your backups there. Cody's your backup. There, right there. It's like they're not going anywhere still. But you at least have created these two stars and solidified them. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully they fucking nailed that properly. Hopefully they did. So that's what I'm expecting from this open challenge to be. Nothing more, nothing less. It's going to be what I said already about this. I mentioned the fact that it's going to be like how it was for Brock, Rick, Hogan, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, RVD, and The Rock. I see this going in these ways for Obafemi. I see Punk, Cody, Seth Rollins, and then I see Seth, then Punk, then Cody, and then I see it going towards, what would I say? Gunther. And Obafemi beats Gunther at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. I would love that. That's the way to do it. That's just my opinion. I would think Gunther needs a long WWE Championship reign. You give him for a couple, hold it for a few months to SummerSlam. I know Triple H is really wanting to go. Triple H is going to give Gunther that title. He moved him to SmackDown. It's a matter of fact that Gunther's going to be WWE Champion, chat. It's a matter of time when Gunther wins the WWE Championship. I can't fucking wait for that, honestly. I can't. I want to see different. I don't want to see Cody holding that title. Cody can hold that title. Moving on to the next years. We don't need it. We don't need Cody Rhodes holding that championship. The problem with Cody Rhodes holding the title is that it's not back and forth. It's not like how Cena was holding the title. Cena didn't hold it for months and months and months and months. Cena held it for a short period of time always. And he dropped it the next month, the next week. In 2 weeks, he used to drop the championship to another wrestler. So Cody doesn't do that, and they don't do that with Cody. So I would not like Cody Rhodes holding the WWE Championship anymore. I love Cody, but the WWE Championship on Cody Rhodes, no, I don't want to see it. Not anymore. I think we're past that now. Now, when it comes to World Heavyweight Championship and Cody, I think we moved over there. The Cody has won enough WWE championships now. We head backstage to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Liv Morgan does her smile before about how Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw, and Liv asks Raquel that if she could have a moment alone with Roxanne Perez, so that she could tell her about the thing. What thing that you fucked Dominic? The thing that you want to have a threesome with Dominic, you, and Roxanne? I'm kidding. But, you know, people out there would love to have that, wouldn't they? They would love to see that threesome. I'm just saying, they would. Pause. Yeah, the people out there definitely, man, they would really love to see it. Pretty much, they would. They would. I can see the entire Goon Squad of IWC assembling and gooning themselves up to see that. They would love it. What a draw that would be, huh? A threesome between Liv, Roxanne, and Dominic Mysterio. Moving on. We headed to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. Liv Morgan does her smile about her Judgment Day Monday Night Raw. Or whatever, that's moving on. They want to finish conversation that they were having before WrestleMania. Liv wants to apologize for how things went down with Finn Balor. While she was gone, she knows that they're closed and it was probably not easy for her to watch for home. Liv has been in Roxanne's shoes. She saw Finn bring her into the Judgment Day. Liv reminds Roxanne that they're family and Finn put himself before family. Liv is a fucking bitch ass whore hypocrite. You're a fucking hoe and you're a hypocrite. Need more to say. This is Kayfabe chat. I'm not calling Gianna Daddio a fucking hoe or something. I'm calling Liv Morgan a hoe. And this is Kayfabe, and she's a heel. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. I can call her a slut bag and a hoe bag. I don't need, because this is Kayfabe. This is not real life. This is her character. I can call Liv Morgan, the character, a slut bag and a hoe bag. So shut the fuck up. Liv reminds Roxanne that they're family and Finn put himself before the family. And as I said, this fucking slut bag, this hoe, Liv, she's a fucking liar. Oh, Finn put himself before the family. What did you do for put yourself before the family? Liv wouldn't do that to Roxanne, but she would do it in a heartbeat if she wanted to. Liv says that she's going to be in the corner tonight and cheer her on as the Judgment Day gets forward to taking the women's tag team titles. Liv asks Roxanne if she trusts her. Roxanne nods her and saying yes. Roxanne tells Liv that she needs a moment to herself. Finn Balor appears in the clubhouse after Liv walks away. Roxanne tells Finn that can be trusted. Roxanne tells Finn that that can be there. He can be here. Finn is wondering here. Roxanne about Liv. She can trust her. She can trust anybody in the Judgment Day. Is that the case, or she can trust Finn either? Roxanne tells Finn that she's in the Judgment Days ready to prepare a match. Finn should leave before he gets hurt. Finn wishes Roxanne good luck in her match. She knows what she's doing. So Finn Balor is kind of still part of this thing going on. I think we're still not over with the Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio feud, I believe, right, Sean? Probably not. Probably we're still not over with it yet. I wish we were. Thank God Finn Balor's out of the Judgment Day. That felt fucking forever. Last match of the night. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Top of the hour. 3 hours, chat. Talking here. will start things off. Call an elbow tie up. They both start things off. Bailey applies a wrist lock. Bailey then ducks a clothesline from Rodriguez. Rodriguez then bull rushes Bailey to turnbuckle. Rodriguez then drives her knees into the midsection of Bailey. Rodriguez then whips Bailey back into the turnbuckles. Bailey then kicks Rodriguez in the face. Bailey applies a side headlock. Bailey gives some rapid punches out. Bailey then hits a side headlock takeover. Rodriguez, Roxanne was looking hot tonight. A hot smoking show. I gotta tell you that. A fucking gear looked. Woo! If Gooner's out there, the Goon Squad is gonna fucking goon to that. I'll be the one to lead that fucking Goon Squad. I'm kidding. Whatever. I'm kidding. I was just kidding, alright? Calm down. You fucking soft ass pussies. Woke. Bailey ducks the clothesline from Rodriguez. Rodriguez then bull rushes into a turnbuckle. Rodriguez drives her knees into the middle section of Bailey. Rodriguez whips Bailey back into the turnbuckles. Bailey kicks Rodriguez in the face. Bailey applies I don't know where this shit. Perez reverses a hold. Valkyria across the ring. Card wheels around Valkyria. Valkyria with the flying form smash. Perez whips Valkyria across the ring. Perez goes for the Laguna Mystica, where Valkyria lands back on her feet. Valkyria slaps Perez in the face. Valkyria then sends Perez to the corner. Valkyria applies a wrist lock. Valkyria stops Perez in her tracks as she scurries out of the corner. Valkyria attacks in Bailey. Valkyria with a twister world back breaker. Perez counts. Perez regroups on the outside. Rodriguez avoids a wrecking ball drop kick. Rodriguez clotheslines Valkyria on the floor. Bailey with the forearm shivers. Bailey rolls Perez into the ring. Rodriguez rips Bailey off the ring apron. Rodriguez gives Bailey the first face into the steel ring post. Judgment has complete control of the match from commercial break. Raquel and Perez are tagged in. Valkyria with a running crossbody block. Valkyria with a step of insecurity of Rodriguez. Valkyria follows with the two clotheslines. Valkyria ducks a clothesline from Rodriguez. Valkyria then missile drop kicks. Valkyria with the Northern Light suplex. Valkyria then follows up with the Fisherman Buster for a 2 count. Valkyria tags in Bailey. Perez fights out the Fireman's carry position. Perez shoves Bailey into Valkyria. Perez takes Rodriguez in running boot / side Russian leg sweep combination for a 2 count. Rodriguez tags in Perez. Perez knocks Valkyria off the apron. Perez with a spinning back kick. Perez goes for the pop rocks, but Bailey counters with the Alabama slam into the turnbuckles. Bailey hits the belly for a 2 count. Valkyria with a running crossbody back to the floor. Bailey gets distracted by Liv Morgan. Bailey tugs on Morgan's hair. Morgan slams Bailey head on the top rope. Perez with a Shining Wizard. The pop rocks. Because the pop rocks. Pick up a man when she fucking turns around her ass, like she's curvy as fuck. She's hot. The Goon Squad is ready, man, for that. Just saying. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. Actually, the Goon Squad I think is very much ready for gooning to Roxanne Perez. She is a smoke show. She looked like a fucking smokehouse hot ass shit. She looked fucking hot. She looked fucking hot tonight, I'll tell you that. In that gear that she was wearing. We got a solo Ruka vignette that really highlighted her really well. The final segment of the night. Chat. So Roman said basically in the first half, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna chew it up, I'm gonna take some spitballs, I'm gonna make it my own. I'm gonna edit some tonight, and basically already went over this that like we already went over this, all over this completely. Roman meant to say where I'm going to leave, and where past is the past, which I don't buy that at all. If I'm Jey Uso, he is dangerous. So, top of the hour. Roman Reigns. You see, it's been a while since I've been here in Texas. You can tell me from home they love their tribal chief, baby. You see that they made this title in spite of me. They made this title to try to take away from my shine, but it never worked. You see, there's an old saying, it's very true. The title don't make the man makes the title. Darby Allin. The title doesn't make the man makes the title. Darby Allin. And the way, if you know, you know, it did nothing. For the life of me, I don't give a fuck about Darby Allin being AEW World Champion. I will not be watching AEW Dynamite. Maybe we're just watching a great match with Brody King, and we're not watching the show. We're gonna cover this later on Dynamite. Tune in to see that. Tune in to watch me down on Twitch. Check me out on Twitch. We'll be watching that over there. We're gonna have a good time there. It's fun. And that's exactly what I've done with the title. I put it in the main event, put it in night 2 WrestleMania, and buried night 1. That's fucking weird, bro. You main event night 1. Right? And WrestleMania 41. I made this title relevant. You see, now you've been part of this title. You can respect the title. You can actually chose to acknowledge this title. As a matter of fact, let's demonstrate it. Laredo, Texas, acknowledge me. Jacob Fatu comes out of the ring. He didn't waste any time. He came down the ring right there. So his words right here are fucking hypocritical as fuck. They made it, but they're right also in terms of they made a champion just to spite me. But they didn't take it with my shine at all. They didn't take any. They failed. He's right. He's right about it. Roman Reigns 5-2, right on cue. Perfect timing. I just was getting to you. I gave you a week. I gave you time to think. I was hoping you made the right choice, Jacob. I'm hoping you made the choice. And you didn't understand where he's coming from when he said that to Jimmy and Jay. Why is it my expense? Oh, he basically told you last week you fucking clueless dumb. You said you gave me a week. I didn't need a week. I didn't need a day. Hell, I didn't even need an hour to think about it. Basically what I said on the SmackDown review. Chat, go check it out. I know exactly what I wanted when I came out here last Monday. I didn't stutter. I didn't hesitate. When I told you that I didn't want that title, but I need that title. What? Well, you want me stuck in your main event bubble? Huh? Well, you stuck in the Tribal Chief land? You ain't ground like me, Roman. I'm uncut with it. I'm raw with it. 12 years of hard work, 12 years of grinding, 12 years of suffering, not knowing what the next meal would be. So while you all up here running the bloodline, I was broke, foaming out of the mouth. Grinding on the front line. Trying to figure out, it was going, I gotta go check for the Kayfabe impression chat. Out here or not. But ain't how you started, it's how you finish. It got me standing there in front of your ass that before WWE didn't call me, Jimmy didn't call me, Jay didn't call me. You know who called me? Solo called me. Solo gave me a chance. Cholo is the one who put me on since I got here. In Kayfabe, Solo did bring him in. So, because Jimmy, and now we're supposed to believe that Roman, let's get over this, and I was very fucking pissed at this. I was like, they're fucking burying Solo Sikoa. Good to know. You basically bury him even once more. I commend you for burying him even more, I guess. What can I say? Because you're not gonna, there's a fucking ceiling. People say, Tommaso Ciampa said there are ceilings that are imaginary. There's no imaginary ceiling on Solo Sikoa. It's fucking real. Because he doesn't want anything other than fucking mid-card garbage. Mid-card is what he peaks at, basically. So all the words already said, you know, that I didn't hesitate. I told you what I wanted. You stuck in your main event bubble. You're stuck in Tribal Chief. Now you didn't grind like me, Roman. I'm uncut. I'm raw with it. I had 12. I worked. I busted my ass on the Indies, and I tried. I didn't know what my next of suffering, and because his own history basically, he was in jail before, and I didn't know that I was gonna even be here. Like, so I was up running the bloodline. I was broke, foaming out of the mouth, grinding on the front line, and I'm trying to figure out here or not. But ain't how you start is how you finish. They got me standing in front of your ass before WWE. You can't tell me, Jimmy. You can't like when you were running the bloodline. I was foaming the mouth. I was trying to get here, but you didn't call me. Jay didn't call me. Jimmy didn't call me. Those words, again, I actually mentioned this on this Friday Night SmackDown watch along that we did on Twitch and the review. Jimmy didn't call him. Jay didn't call him. Solo called him. When Solo was asking Jay to fall in line to Solo and join his bloodline, his version of bloodline, during the Civil War, Jay said, fuck it, no. I love you, but no. I'm not joining any bloodline faction. And he says that, why did you gotta go get Jacob, man? Why you gotta get this guy? He basically badmouthed him, he fucking shit on him, he fucking called him, it's like, you didn't need him. Why the fuck did you gotta get Jacob? We didn't need him. Why you gotta go get Jacob, man? You didn't need Jacob. If you keep staring at me, I'm gonna knock his ass out. Like they don't like Jacob at all. So you want me to believe that now when Roman says here, Solo, either you're completely confused or you're dumber than what I think. Solo could get a cup of coffee delivered to the building if he wanted to. Burying Solo in the fact. No. Solo, you didn't do anything, Roman. Your fucking bloodline. Like, who do you think runs this place? Your OGC runs this place. You're a little distracted. Things like you're hectic around here. But I never forget about you. I'm the one that signed off on your ass before you over here sound like a little confused. Sound like a fool to me. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Me allowing you to compete against me, that's nepotism. LOL. Nepotism. Roman is a fucking nepo baby like anyone tomorrow. I can't do that. And then Fatu just fucking loses this shit right here. I find Roman fucking hypocritical for what he said right here. All his words right here were fucking absolutely stupid. And more words described, all his words out there were fucking stupid. What he said right here was stupid. So, I don't believe Roman one fucking bit. I don't. I don't believe Roman a single bit even. Like, you want me to forget. You want me to seriously forget the fact. I already went over this, chat. I'm going to record this. Maybe if it's worth it or not, I would. So, you want me to accept that Roman brought Jacob into WWE. I believe people are forgetting this. No. Roman wanted nothing to do with Jacob, and then the Usos, Jay specifically, if you guys remember again, as I mentioned before too, when Jay was being consulted by Solo to join his own version of his bloodline, Jay was very vocal and he said, why you gotta go get Jacob, man? We didn't need him. Why you gotta go get Jacob? I don't like Jacob. Why do you go get Jacob? And he basically said, if you keep staring at me, when I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. None of them likes Jacob. So you're telling me Roman signed off on bringing Jacob in. We are talking about Kayfabe, chat. We're talking about Kayfabe. You're gonna sign off. You're gonna sign. He signed off on bringing. No, he didn't. In terms of what we remembered, what we saw, Solo brought Jacob in. So that means if Roman brought Jacob in, that means Roman was basically pretending to fight Solo and pretending to fight Jacob and pretending all of that. Whatever we got, Roman looked like a fucking moron in this promo. A fucking idiot. He called Jacob an idiot. He called Jacob a fucking clueless fuck. He looked like the clueless fuck. He looked like a fucking moron. So he's pretending now. So now we're supposed to pretend that Roman did not. Like Roman brought him in. Really? So it was fake fighting with Jacob? Like, you're telling me on a show, don't try to fucking go outside kayfabe. Don't do it always. You look like a fucking moron. Because when you do that, you tell me the fact that what I watched with that was pretend. That was fake. That's what it looked like to me. He basically called that shit fucking fake. That never existed. He retconned it in this promo. That's not cool, man. I don't like any of that. No. I don't like any of this. He retconned the fact. Why did he retcon this? I don't know. I don't know why he retconned. Now he's saying that I brought Jacob in. Solo didn't bring. I brought you in. Solo didn't bring you in. If we remember when Solo was shooting with Cody, Randy, and Kevin, he brought Jacob in, and Jacob took out Randy, and whatever, and Randy got put to the table. We need to go over this again and again, but that's what happened. Like, people keep on fucking forgetting this, chat. We keep on fucking forgetting this, honestly. It's ridiculous. How the fuck are we forgetting this? Solo brought Jacob in. Roman did not bring Jacob in. Stop going outside kayfabe. Can you not keep it in the kayfabe? Because now you bury the fact that you had a civil war with Solo, with his own bloodline, with Jacob. Man, this is the most fucking confusing shit I've ever, like, one of the most confusing things I've ever heard Roman say. He looks like a fucking moron, a clueless moron, a fucking straight, he's a moron. He sounds like a fucking moron straight up. That's my gripe with this current bloodline thing, which I'm not liking. Hopefully we can get to a position where it's not the same rinse and repeat of shit. It's not Jey Uso falling in line to Roman Reigns and I acknowledge you, tribal chief. Blood is thicker than water garbage. I said again, put yourself in the shoes of Jey Uso and tell me, how would you react? How would you feel for what Roman put you through? Of what you, if you went through the same thing what Jey went through, how would you feel towards a family member? You will never want to see their faces. You would distance yourself from them forever. Or even if you are, and at some point, that mental torture can make you a fucking psycho, and you can pick up a fucking Glock and you will kill the guy who did that, who basically fucked with you so bad that you fucking killed him. He mentally tortured the living shit out of you. As being the tribal chief, as being the head of the table, and all that. He legit beat the shit out of you quite a few times. He used to beat the shit out of you, mentally torture you, gaslight you, and try to exile you if you don't fucking acknowledge him. And you're just gonna go back to Roman and go back to being with him and him being on top? If I'm Jey Uso, I'm saying fuck you, and I'm done. Goodbye. No way I'm ever doing that for you ever again, bitch. That would be a logical explanation from Jey Uso. So honestly, hopefully it doesn't turn into Roman's on top and the Usos are together with him, because we already went there and we did that. And if you go back to that, you regress everything we went through. All the bloodline civil wars, all the fucking emotion that we put our feelings through, all our investment we put through. You fucking erase it. And you rehash it. I don't want that. So hopefully they take another route and we go with the Usos turning on Roman. This is what I'm calling here. Usos need to turn on Roman sooner than later. That's what needs to happen. The Usos need to turn on Roman. Because there's no way you want me to believe that we're going to retcon all the things they went through and now blood is thicker than water and we're forgetting about everything. Because Roman just basically said, the past is the past. No, it's not the past is the past. I'm not going to forget all the civil wars, all the bloodline drama, all the fucking history, all the Jimmy super kicking you mentally torturing Jay, you basically trying to take Jimmy's life away from him only for Jay to acknowledge you. I'm not gonna fucking forget that fact. I'm not gonna forget any of this. You want me to forget it? I'm not. If that's what you want, fuck you, and I don't think I will invest any of my time on this ever again. And I'm real serious about this. I want something different. I want something more creative. I don't want to see a fucking rehash of the bloodline. I don't. So, that's my opinion on that, chat, overall. Then Fatu attacked Roman with the Tongan death grip. For Roman blocks Fatu with the microphone. Fatu shrugs it off. Reapplies the Tongan death grip. Fatu then takes everything from you. He's going to take everything from you. Fatu picks up the World Heavyweight Championship, drops it on top of Reigns. Fatu walks out of the ring. Jacob, you want me at Backlash? I'll see you at Backlash. Fatu says that he'll see Punk's ass on Raw next week on the show. You'll see Roman's punk ass on Raw. You'll see him at Backlash. So apparently Fatu wants him at Raw. So I am intrigued on seeing on Monday Night Raw. What's going to go down? We're going to see what's going to go down next week on Monday Night Raw. Or today, sorry. Next week, my bad. Today. We're going to be seeing I might actually go live, chat. I might actually go live and we might be watching live Monday Night Raw on Twitch. So stay tuned for that. But again, I already went over this. There is absolutely no way I'm going to believe Jey Uso is going to fucking there's no way I'm going to believe that Jey Uso is going to fucking just fall in line to Roman and be his bitch again. Be the same guy, basically fall in line to Roman being world champion, Jimmy and Jay, we're running it back again, they're running back the Yeet shit. I'm honestly happy there's no more Yeet actually on the show, but there's absolutely no Yeet. I think we're done with the Yeet shit. Thank God. It fucking killed Jay. It fucking killed Jay's character. All development that you put through Jey Uso in the bloodline, you killed it by making him a fucking Yeet merchant. I already went over this a year ago when he was World Heavyweight Champion. All he did was fucking Yeet, chat. It was ridiculous. It was. It's quite ridiculous. But overall, chat, this was your Raw. It was a pretty good show. It was a pretty good show tonight. And again, I went over this again. Roman and we don't want to rehash the same thing. We don't want to get back to Roman and him treating the family the way he did before. I don't want to see the same shit all over again. We need creative. We need different. If we're gonna get the same shit again, I mean, I don't think we should be watching WWE. I don't think we should be even paying any emotion or care or interest to this anymore. Just because it's the bloodline and we're running back with the bloodline, it's gonna work. No, it's not. I want refreshing. I want new. I want a Wolfpack version of the bloodline. I want a real blood. I want a fucking MFTs and Civil War bloodline. I want an actual bloodline, like a fucking new bloodline. So I am looking forward to Jacob Fatu and the Usos together. They were running roughshod. I think Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu and the Usos are going to be a team together. I think Tama Tonga is a guy that actually are into, and Tama Tonga I think Tama Tonga, I hope he's not released, because Tonga Loa got released, so I'm hoping Tama Tonga becomes something greater on the show. I hope so. I'm really hoping for Tama Tonga to become something good on the show. Something great, honestly, on the show. I am really hoping to see that. But this is your Monday Night Raw, Unscripted Kayfabe, episode 33, chat. Episode 33. I will be seeing you on the Dynamite, AEW Dynamite, episode 34, the Unscripted Kayfabe. Soon, chat, we'll be heading over to episode 50 of the Unscripted Kayfabe. Might be you see a different look of the show by the time the episode 30 comes along. The intro is always going to be the Unscripted Kayfabe. It might change a little bit in terms of the buzz, because I fucking love the intro, because it's like, this is what it is. It's like something that I created on it's just a fucking creative, it's my voiceover, basically. And I didn't edit it, whatever, but the team did or so, but it's my voiceover. And I fucking love it, seriously, I do. I think I love my intro, honestly. I think it's a great intro. It describes what we do here. It's like what we do, like Triple H says. It describes what we do here, chat, very well. So, I will be seeing you for either a Dynamite. I will not be doing a Dynamite watch along, I believe. No. I don't think so. I don't think I want to be doing a Dynamite watch along. I read the show or whatever, and I saw, and nothing really big happened on the show, other than I might be checking out the Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay stuff. We might talk about that where that goes for AEW, and other than that, I mean, I don't know what else I'm here to talk about, but you know, when the Unscripted Kayfabe really blew up with AEW Dynamite, because AEW Dynamite is where I actually was. This is where we got more views over there on AEW Dynamite for appearing on the show. So I've always been more of an AEW review guy than more of a WWE review guy. That's just me. I've always been that, honestly. And that's more where my reviews goes. But overall, chat, this is the end for the episode 33 of the Unscripted Kayfabe. UK hashtag 33. Well, I'll see you for episode 34, and I'm out here. Keep it real, chat. This is the Unscripted Kayfabe.
That we watch, to analyze the product, to watch the product, to discourage the product, to encourage the product. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, oh boy, we're getting into rants. Welcome to the Unscripted Kayfabe. No rumors, no dirt, oh bullshit. This is the Unscripted Kayfabe. The Unscripted Kayfabe. Tune in to Spotify. Tune in to Apple Podcasts.